Welcome to Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Now let's head into the ballpark for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Paducah, Kentucky for tonight's final game of the regular season. The season started right here for the Full Count Rhythm back on May 30th, I believe that game was. It didn't get completed. We got some rain and had to complete it sometime later. I can't remember if that was in June or July. Long season. But it got completed, and Paducah won that game. But finishing the season here at Paducah, who has played the least amount of games in the Ohio Valley League. This will be their 32nd game in the regular season. On contrast, the Henderson Flash are playing their 38th game tonight, as are the Fulton Railroaders. And that game's going to be played at Henderson. Fulton is taking on the Flash tonight. And both teams need to win. The Henderson Flash, if they happen to lose and Hoptown wins, Hoptown will be the first place team after the regular season by 1/1000th of a percentage point. As Hoptown will be 24-11, Henderson will be 26-12, and if you do the math, it's like 684 and 685. And also Madisonville, who's taking on the Hoptown Hoppers. They don't have to win if Fulton loses, but they can write their own destiny as far as the difference between 5th and 6th place, as they and Fulton are battling between 5th and 6th. The only game in the league that doesn't matter is this one right here, the Full Count versus the Paducah Chiefs game, and it's probably going to be reflected in, at the minimum, the Paducah Chiefs way that they're going to throw pitchers out there, I guess. So it's I've heard from Aiden DeFrance, their broadcaster, that it may be interesting to see what happens on the mound for the Paducah Chiefs. As you hear professional public address announcer Dave Roten. That Routon, it is Routon. I don't know why I vapor lock on his name. Very, very nice man. He has helped the broadcast out before with the use of a power cord. And we are about set for our national anthem. Got started a little bit late. Had a broadcaster error to start. Apologize if you were thinking we were going to play the Henderson Flash again, but that is not the case. We are taking on the Paducah Chiefs. We're in the Brooks Stadium at Doc Heidig Field, as we will have a actual live performance of the national anthem. But we'll take a break and we'll come back right after that with the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineups.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Welcome back to the Full Count Broadcast Network. Now it's time for the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate starting lineup.
And there is the national anthem. Dave Routon. Don't think he says play ball. We do. Let's see if we have a first pitch out here. As General Manager Greg McKeel is out shaking hands once again with the home plate umpires. I think he handed them $5 each. I'm just kidding. We have not had the. No, we're going to have a first pitch. We are going to have a first pitch. They haven't had the mound meeting or the plate meeting yet. They do things a little different here. And it's not the seventh inning stretch where they get in rhythm. They don't do the coaches meeting at home plate before the national anthem, as is customary. Throw by catcher Austin Wilson out. I guess we're going to have everybody throw a first pitch. No, there we go. Okay. They finally come off the field. And it'll give us time for a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. Starting lineups. Of course, yesterday at Drakes Creek, field number 3, it was Hendersonville or Chick-fil-A Rivergate appreciation night. Todd Hundley came and he showed his appreciation. He handed out, said he was going to hand out 250 free meals or free entrees, or to the first 250 people. I believe we had 205 that came to the ball game yesterday. Again, we just very much appreciate Todd and Linda Hundley for their generosity to Full Count Ministries and Full Count Rhythm. Rylan Moses is going to lead off for Josh Carmen's squad. He's going to play center field. Ryder Blanchard is the DH, batting second. Hitting third is the second baseman tonight, Barrett Brown. Edward McLeod is playing first base, hitting cleanup. Batting fifth, the left fielder Charlie Bozeman. In the 6 holes, Tate Dickinson, he's going to play right field. Jackson Zeller is the feller behind the plate. He'll hit seventh. Cam Suggs at third base, batting eighth. And Joel Chandler the second, playing shortstop, hitting ninth. And on the mound, the Trevecca Trojan, former VMI Cadet Peyton Vaught, will get his first start of the year. Josh Carmen, assisted by pitching coach Jimmy Gamboa, assistant coaches Jonas Smithson and Nick Krupp. For the Paducah Chiefs, who come in with a record of 14-17 and are in fourth place, Full Count, of course, in third place. Neither team can better themselves or do damage in this game. And we both are awaiting the outcomes of the other 2 games to determine who our opponents are on Monday. Both playing at home. Paducah will play right here at Brooks Stadium. Full Count at Drakes Creek, field number 3 in Hendersonville. Jackson Supsky is playing shortstop and leading off. Jack Robinson in center field, bats second. Brad Haas is at third base, hitting third. Trey Dooley is a DH, batting fourth. Austin Wilson is behind the plate. He's going to bat fifth. 6-hole hitter Carson Reed playing left field. Chase England is first base, batting seventh. Landon Gilbert at second base. He'll hit eighth. And the 9-hole hitter is Matthew Henderson playing right field. And on the mound for the Chiefs, number 49, left-hander Ryan Carson from Howell, Michigan. And he is from the United States Sports Academy. And he is set to deliver first pitch, and it plunks. Rylan Moses at 6:30 on the dot. We are underway. First pitch puts Moses on base, playing in his 27th game. And that is the second hit batter of the season for Ryan Carson, who is pitching in his 5th game. It's his first start. Now Ryder Blanchard steps in. He looks at a pitch right across the plate for a called strike. Blanchard playing in game number 21, hitting 235, I believe that's my writing. Nope. Yes, 255. He is from Chalmette, Louisiana. Goes to LSU Eunice. He and Tate Dickinson teammates. That's fouled right over the screen and over the press box for a AAA autoglass foul ball. Big thanks to the folks here at Brooks Stadium, the commission, whoever runs the stadium. They got the air conditioning fixed. It wasn't on when I got here, but it is plenty cool enough right now. Appreciate the hospitality in the best press box in the league, for sure. Breaking pitch just misses outside as he tried to nibble at the corner. On deck, Barrett Brown. Blanchard is the DH tonight, 5'10", 180 pound. He's a rising redshirt freshman. Finance major, son of Robert and Tiffany Blanchard. This one's lifted out to right field. Matthew Henderson is the right fielder. He comes on to make the catch for the first out of the ball game. One out, Barrett Brown will step to the plate. He'll bat right-handed. He is a switch hitter. Barrett's played third, short, second. Catcher, primary position is catcher. Heading to Bellarmine University in Louisville. First pitch is upstairs. Game time temperature brought to you by Safeware Incorporated. 87 degrees, but cooled off a little bit. It feels like 96. It felt like over 100 when we arrived off the Anchor Transportation bus driven by Steven Ardito, our regular bus driver. 2 balls high to Brown. Mimi, you back in Paris after the big event this morning? Hudson Separullo has made full count rhythm history. He's the first player on the active roster to get married. Got married this morning to Lainey Baker. She's now Lainey Separullo. How do you go from Baker to Separullo on that signature? She's probably practiced that a few times. Congratulations to Hudson and Lainey. He'll be back Monday, he says, for the playoff game. That'll also set rhythm history. First married player to play for full count. 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. Got married in Nashville, I believe. Hudson played half a game in yesterday's contest against the Henderson Flash. That's lined down the right field line, but it is curling foul. One of our first full count ministries, full count. Rylan Moses still staying put over there at first base after being plunked in the back. Rylan has 12 steals on 15 attempts. See if he's off with this pitch. Brown has 15 hits, a double, and 2 home runs. And he's not gone, and that ball's well hit out to left center field. Over is Carson Reed, but now the center fielder, Jack Robinson, comes into the gap and makes the catch. Now 2 outs and a runner at first. Big park here at Brooks Stadium. 335 down the lines, then it starts getting really big. We'll see a 400 sign out there in the right center. There's Moses. He's off now. Pitch is a ball and no throw made. And that is a Century steal of second base, brought to you by Century Steel in Hendersonville. If you need some steel, they'll get it for you. They'll put it up. Machinery, they handle all kinds of big machinery. My buddy Keith Hopper, the owner. That's a ground ball and by the umpire, but it is collected by Jack Supsky, and he throws Edward McLeod out on the first pitch that second pitch that Edward sees. And Moses is stranded in the top of the first. No runs, no hits in the inning. This is a 9-inning contest. There is a chance of rain, but hopefully it won't rain us out. We'll get this ball game in. Mimi, good to have you. You have probably set the record for most supportive grandma this year. And on a big day, your grandson's wedding. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This is Eli Reese. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
Little Lee, we got to get him in early. I don't think it's bedtime yet at the Wilson and Anna Reese household just yet, but little Graham Tyler might be napping. Lucy should have had her nap by now, and they may be full bore into supper there in Gallatin. Jackson Supsky, Jack Robinson, and Brett Haas, 2 up to face Peyton Vaught, the 6'2", 205-pound right-hander. He is a rising redshirt sophomore at Trevecca. Did not pitch this past year due to injury. He's from Amelia, Virginia, Amelia County High School. He's an English major. Robert and Carrie Vaught are his parents. He's the brother to Anna and Jack. He's got a papa and a nanny in Lynchburg, Virginia. And he is set to start his first game of the season. It's his 4th appearance. He has a 1-0 record. 3 1/3 innings pitch. He's given up 6 hits, 3 runs. They were earned, and that pitch is high. 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Working on his ERA to get that down. He did get the victory in the 10-7 win against Paducah back at Drakes Creek. As Supsky lays into one out the left field, but again, big ballpark here, and Bozeman's back and handles that one easily. 375-ish, I think, to left center field. Let me look at my unofficial list. The OVL dimensions. This is the biggest park in the league by far. The signs say 335 down the lines. Google Earth says it's 310. First pitch to Jack Robinson in there for a called strike. Let me find the right one. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong one. Lined off the screen right in front of the rhythm dugout, and the count goes 0-2. No, Google Earth is 335. 370 to the left center field alley, and right center field, it's 380. And there's a big, see the big scoreboard out there in right center field. Somebody asked me the other day, since I've been here since day one, what's the longest home run that I've ever seen? And there it is, the first lid lost on ball 1 by Peyton Vaught. He has a habit of losing that hat on the ground when he reaches back for something extra. 1-2 count. I had to think about it, but I think it happened right here. Slider misses down and away. Zeller keeps it in front just in case Robinson took a hack at it. And I want to say it was Ryan Miller that hit a ball over that scoreboard out there in right center field. He mashed that one. Slow roller to shortstop, gloved, and throw on the run, but Robinson beats it out. Nice try by Joel Chandler, but Robinson with the help to Robert Boone, the first base umpire. That's just a hustle single. That's Robinson's 25th hit of the year. Came in hitting 258. 400 to dead center here at Doc Heidig Field, Brooks Stadium. Not the oldest stadium in the Ohio Valley League. I believe that's Low House Field. Brett Haas is at the plate. And he lines one in the left field. Back-to-back hits for the Chiefs as Haas picks up his 36th hit. Speaking of Brett Haas, we'll just go ahead and talk about it right now. The Ohio Valley League, or All Ohio Valley League, players have been announced. And Brett Haas is one of them. He's one of two Paducah Chiefs that made the list. He's one of four infielders that is on the All Ohio Valley League team. Just came out today as Trey Dooley, cleanup hitter, steps to the plate. 1 out, 2 on. He swings and misses at a breaking pitch. Dooley, the DH tonight. He's played first. He's played outfield. Rice Al, that's now heading to Southern Illinois in Champaign. He's from Camden, Tennessee. Another breaking pitch. This is just outside. Paducah Chiefs have a pitcher, one of four pitchers that also has been named, and there's a good chance he wins the pitcher of the year. Kaysen Mitchell, who was at Brescia this past year, and I think he's transferring to Frontier Community College, Ball 2. Those are the two Paducah Chiefs that have made the All Ohio Valley League. Full count, they have 3 members of the full count. The Ohio Valley League, basically all-star team. Not going to be playing an all-star game, but as voted on by the head coaches. 2-1 pitch. Nice stop again by Zeller on a pitch in the dirt, and Dooley holds up. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outfielders for full count. Gabe Jenkins and Rylan Moses make the list. They join Madisonville's Trent Prosperi and Gunnar Waldrop, who probably will be the offensive player of the year from Henderson. 3-1 is inside, and the bases are loaded. So after a fly out the left, an infield single to shortstop, line drive single in the left field by Brett Haas, and now a walk has loaded the bases here in the top of the or bottom of the first inning. And that'll bring up Austin Wilson, playing in his 19th game, hitting .323. He's got 20 hits, 11 RBIs, and he's got a golden opportunity here to give the Chiefs. Why did not get the bases loaded? Apparently I didn't have runners at first and second. Of course, the director, Susan Reese, does not travel. And so I have lots of excuses. Austin Wilson from St. John's, Florida. Jackson State. It's a chopper. I don't think Cam Suggs really likes playing here. He's not had great luck. In the field here at Paducah. Still 1 out, runners at first and third, 2-0. The Chiefs take the early lead. Fastball misses upstairs. So should have been 1 run in and 2 outs right now. Carson Reed is at the plate. He's the left fielder for the Chiefs, playing his 22nd game. Slider upstairs, and the count goes 2 balls and no strikes. And hey, that's what I have up there. One out, that's correct. 2-0, that's correct. 2-0 pitch, runners at first and third. Swing and a miss. Reed comes in hitting .213. from Mayfield, Kentucky, attends Vincennes University, 5'10", 170 pounds. He's also a catcher. 2-1. That's going to catch the outside corner. At the letters for a called strike. James Purnell is our home plate umpire. Robert Boone at first. C.J. Davis is out in the middle of the field. He handles that sometimes, and the third base line. 2-2 pitch coming from Vaught. Let's see if Wilson takes off. He does not, and the pitch is down, I guess. Vaught thought he had a strikeout there, but does not get the call. It's a full count. Ministries full count. You're hanging on the edge of your seat. I know there's one more full count player who made the all OVL team, and that's a pitcher. Trent Miller. That's fouled off the screen. Full count, first pitch, foul ball. Big Trent Miller. 15 innings this year. He had a fine season. I might have lobbied a little bit harder for Ryan Sweeney, who pitched twice as many innings, is the strikeout leader in the Ohio Valley League. Got his second win yesterday, but third-year player as a Corson Fire and Security. Strikeout. Sets down Reed. Big out for Vaught. She tries to wiggle off the hook. 2 hits, a walk, and an error. They have produced 2 here in the bottom of the first. Not taking anything away from Trent Miller, but just wouldn't think 15 innings in the summer would get that recognition. He's started 4 of those 6 games, so maybe if you're a relief pitcher and you've got 5 or 6 saves, throw over to first. Edward McLeod has to dig that one out of the dirt. Runners back in safely. But congratulations to Trent, Gabe Jenkins, Rylan Moses. Talk a little bit more about this list during the game. That's out the center field. Moses over to his right, about dead center. Hauls that one in for out number 3, but the Chiefs score 2 runs. One is unearned. Yes. 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. So we head to the second, 2-0 Paducah.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here. We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Tim Reese back at Brooks Stadium in Paducah, Kentucky. Ryan Carson back out for the second inning. Looking through the schedule to see how many games we've actually played here at Paducah this year. And I don't think we've got a win here yet. The old Frogs showing up today. Back on June 11th, a 5-4 loss here at Brooks Stadium for Full Count. Doubleheader action. We only got the suspended game in back on, it was not the 4th of July, it was the 3rd of July. They were supposed to do fireworks here that night. 6-0 loss, and then got one inning in the second game, and that is suspended. So a tapper by Charlie Bozeman on the first pitch he sees. Back to the pitcher Carson, who underhands to England for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out. Charlie Bozeman is down. So first pitches have been eventful for Ryan Carson. He plunked Ryland Moses with the first pitch of the ball game. Moses did not score in the inning. Now Tate Dickinson's at the plate. Tate also an LSU Eunice Bengal. Looks at ball, or actually a strike. He thought it was a ball. Do we have sound now? Yeah, we should have sound now. I'm pushing sound from my end. Ball and 1 strike. And make sure that it is getting out. Swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strikes. And Dickinson's going to go have a seat. Strikes out looking. First 2 retired here in the second inning by Ryan Carson. His first strikeout. Dickinson's going to. All right. Just did a little sound check. Everything sounds good on my end. Jackson Zeller takes ball 1. Crowd starting to pick up here inside the stadium. Late arriving crowd on a Saturday night in Paducah. Jackson playing in his 19th game of the year. He's hitting .265, 3 doubles, 2 home runs. He's got 10 RBIs. He had one huge day at Fulton where he had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, and he made or tied rhythm history that night with 6 RBIs. Takes the 3-0 pitch right down the can for a called strike. He and Hudson Mims back in 2022 are the only 2 rhythm players to ever drive in 6 runs in a game. 3-1 is outside. Jackson will head to first. Second base runner for full count. It's the first walk by Carson. That'll bring up Cam Suggs, the third baseman, heading to Volunteer State Community College here in a few weeks. Transferring from Auburn University at Montgomery. Cam trying to find his stroke. Julie Sweeney says they've got it in Franklin, Tennessee. I did turn the volume down for a bit, throw down to first base, and Zeller is back in time. Belly down in the dirt. Got a little something that's showing up in my throat here all of a sudden. Allergies. Nice stop behind the plate by Austin Wilson, who looks Zeller back. Cam Suggs playing his 23rd game of the year. He's got a double, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs. I did not try to look and see how many home runs have been hit here at Brooks Stadium this year, but it's not many. So I told Jackson Zeller before the game at Full Count headquarters, I said, well, you've done something that only one other person has done. That's fouled back. AAA auto glass foul ball. Nan's watching in Madisonville. Nan got some rain in Madisonville yesterday, and the Paducah Chiefs were supposed to play the Miners, and that ended up probably being a good thing for Madisonville, because now if Fulton loses, doesn't matter what Madisonville does. Cam Suggs gets a hold of one out the left field, but Carson Reed out there in the Sahara Desert makes the catch for the third out. It takes an absolute bomb to get one out of here. Again, the rhythm, no runs, no hits, no errors, one more runner left on base. We are headed to the bottom of the second. 2-0. Paducah leads here early in the final game of the regular season. Take a break, be right back.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Welcome back. Peyton Vaught back out on the mound for Full Count. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 in the Chiefs lineup. The Hoptown Hoppers, after 1 inning, scoring some runs over there in Hopkinsville. 3-2, the Hoppers lead. They have 3 runs on 5 hits. Madisonville, 2 runs on 2 hits. One to nothing, the Flash lead the Rotors after as Fulton bats in the top of the second inning. Again, the only game on the slate tonight that doesn't really matter in the standings is this game. Full Count and Paducah. Full Count, third place, will play either Madisonville or Fulton, whoever finishes in 6th place. Paducah will finish or play the 5th place finisher. And it depends on who's not necessarily who wins, but whether or not Fulton wins. First pitch to the left-handed hitting second baseman, Landon Gilbert's in there for a called strike. He's playing in his 18th game. He's hitting 161. He's got 9 hits on the year. They're all singles. Fouls that one back. Down in the count 0-2 as Vaught gets ahead. It's like Game Changer just went down. Inside, Gilbert had to turn away from that one. See if it's working on my iPad. Vaught takes something off of that one, pulls the string, and gets a Corson Fire and Security strikeout to begin the second. His second strikeout of the game. Allowed 2 hits in the first, then walked the bases loaded. Got a ground ball to third. Cam Suggs Threw it just a little bit to the right of Barrett Brown at second base, and Barrett could not get to it. That's lined out to right field. That's playable. Tate Dickinson on the move and in foul territory makes a running catch. Nice play out of your view, but an out nonetheless by Matthew Henderson. So he tried to go opposite field. And 2 quick outs here in the second as Supsky, the shortstop, steps to the plate. He flew out to left field. I don't know if there's something going on at Hoptown with regard to their game changer. Nice slider there from Vaught for a called strike. But there's the old gremlin in the game changer that's taking the Hoptown game away. Tried to nibble at the outside corner, doesn't get the call. I know the other night at Hoptown, the Henderson game had a doubleheader, and there was all kinds of issues. There was a full game or actually a couple innings of a game, and I have no idea where the play-by-play came from, but it was nothing like what actually happened, and which was ultimately reported. It was 11-0 win as Supsky backs up away from an inside fastball. It's called a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs and nobody on here in the bottom of the second. A lot of 2s, 2 runs, 2 hits for Paducah. If only Jackson Supsky was number 2 or number 22. He's not. And a full count Ministries, full count. There, it's back up. It just popped back up. Vaught with the delivery, and it's in the dirt. Ball 4. His second walk of the game. Now Jack Robinson, who had a chopped ground ball to shortstop that he beat out and scored the first run of the game. In the first, steps to the plate. 1 on, 2 out. Throw over, and Edward McLeod plays pitch and catch with Peyton Vaught. Charlie Bozeman's the left fielder. Rylan Moses is in center. Tate Dickinson's the right fielder. Cam Suggs at third. Joel Chandler at short. Barrett Brown is playing second base. Edward McLeod at first, and Jackson Zeller behind the plate. That is lifted out to Tate Dickinson in the right field, and he makes 2 putouts in the inning. And Vaught has a nice inning, pitching around the 2-out walk. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. We're through 2, and it is 2-0. Paducah leads. Be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And the first pitching change of the game for the Paducah Chiefs, a right-hander, Brendan Mira, a two-way player. Apparently, the incoming freshman to Wren Lake is from Paducah Tillman High School. Of course, in high school, you're two-way for sure. I believe he has pitched a little bit. Let's see if we can find something here that might be meaningful. Mira has pitched 1 inning in 1 game, faced 6 batters, allowed 2 hits, walked 1, did not allow a run, though. See how long ago that was. July 1st against the Henderson Flash. He's going to face 9, 1, and 2 in the rhythm order. Joel Chandler, then Rylan Moses, and Ryder Blanchard. Ryan Carson goes 2 innings, no hits, no runs. Walked 1, struck out 1, plunked 1. That is the first base hit of the ball game on the first pitch that Mira delivers to Joel Chandler. He wasn't waiting. Breaks up the no-hitter directly. That's his 21st hit of the year. Playing in his 23rd game, hitting .286, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 14 RBIs. Rylan Moses, who's plunked right in the back, facing his second pitcher in 2 at-bats, squares the bunt, pitches outside. Ball 1. The Trevecca Trojan, rising sophomore from Nashville, Tennessee, attended Goodpasture Christian School, state champs. Hitting .365, fouls that one straight back. Heard Greg McKeel, the general manager, say that Paducah Chiefs set an attendance record this year. Maybe you might be the only one. I'm not sure. I've checked. I've got sound going. I guess I'd have to send an email because you're not hearing me tell you this. Guess I could get on and send you a text and let you know. Swing and a miss, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moses looks at a pitch down. Austin Wilson couldn't find it at first, but Joel Chandler doesn't risk it. It's a full count. Ministries full count. Chandler only 1 of 2 in stolen base attempts. See if he takes off here. He does not. And pitch is hit high in the air to center field. Jack Robinson over, and he's going to make the catch. Does a pirouette and gets it back in quickly for the first out in the 3rd. Rhythm got their 20th game or win of the year in last night's walk-off victory over the Henderson Flash. Throw over, and Chandler is back. Let's see if I can answer Mimi. Pitch to Ryder Blanchard, misses. Is line foul down the left field line. Overhand breaking pitch stays upstairs. Just misses inside, does Brendan Mira. 3 balls and a strike. Out of play into the parking lot. That's AAA Autoglass foul ball. The Full Count Ministries full count with a runner at first and 1 out. The runner does not go, and with a full count first pitch foul ball. The Chiefs have looks like about a 7 or 8-year-old as the bat boy tonight. Blanchard flew out to right field in the first inning, trying to get something going here for the Rhythm. And he does. He gets one down that third base line over the glove, trying to get to third, and will succeed is Joel Chandler on the single down the left field line. Not sure why Blanchard didn't head down to second on the throw, but he is hanging out with Nick Krupp over at first base. So 2 hits in the inning and a hustle play there by Joel Chandler to get the third. That was between Brett Haas, the third baseman, and the third base bag. He dove and the ball hopped right over his glove. Barrett Brown is switched over to the left-handed side now, and he takes a called strike. I think this is probably his more comfortable side, although he might be a natural right-handed hitter. You'd think he'd be more comfortable. He grounds one foul. Nick Krupp does not want to be a hero. He sidesteps that one, and he's hearing it from the dugout. Come on, Krupp, make a play. You got enough equipment on down there. You got Chandler's and Blanchard's shin guards and elbow guards and chest protectors. Runner from first takes off. The throw is in time, but apparently the tag not made. And a century steal of second base by Ryder Blanchard. I think the pitch was called a ball. Runners at second and third now for Brown. Winding up Brendan Mira. And that may have hit, but it did not apparently hit Brown because he stays there. Ball finally located by Austin Wilson, the catcher, and staying at third base is Chandler. He didn't want to risk that. A ball that did not get out of the dirt. Colton Railroaders have put 2, and they've put 2 more. That ball gets by, and that's going to score a run. Chandler saw that one all the way as it came right to him. And there's your Framework Athletics first run of the game, and it's 2-1. That's the wild pitch. Score the Rhythm's first run. It is a bullpen game for the Chiefs. That is a line drive, base hit into center field. Barrett Brown just reached out and poked that one. Put enough juice on it to get it by Supsky. And an RBI single for Brown. Ties the ball game. And that's back-to-back hits for the Rhythm, brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage, located in White House. Third hit of the inning, thanks to Eddie Smith, father of Jack Smith, left-hander from Southwest Tennessee Community College. Edward McLeod takes a pitch for ball 1. And now he takes one off the elbow guard. 2 runners on base. Second Rhythm batter to get plunked. First one by Brendan Mira, though. Ryan Carson plunked the first batter he faced, and we're going to have a pitching mound visit. There is activity in the bullpen, and that's the DH, Trey Dooley, who's getting ready quickly. Again, Mira, I'm not sure if he's going to Wren Lake as a pitcher or as a position player. Let's see. He's not, like I said, he's only pitched once. One inning for the Chiefs. I've primarily seen him as a position player, 4 games played. And he has stepped to the plate 17 times. He's delivered hits, 4 singles, 4 RBIs. So again, I don't know what's going on. Charlie Bozeman, he likes to swing at the first pitch, does not here in this situation. And he takes a called strike. Mimi, glad to have you back. We missed you while you were gone. 2 on, 2 in, and a breaking pitch. It's a good visit, mound visit right there. Help out Brendan Mira. Barrett Brown's down at second. Edward McLeod is at first. Joel Chandler and Ryder Blanchard have already scored. That's a ground ball. That could be 2. Over to second for 1, and that's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. And 3 pitches thrown after the mound visit, and Brendan Mira says, yes, sir, yes, sir, and he gets 2 outs on 1 ground ball. But the Rhythm tied the ball game up. 2 runs they're earned on 3 hits in the inning, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd. All tied up here at Paducah. You're watching and listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm!
United Machine and Tool has been manufacturing the highest quality projects for a wide variety of industries for over 35 years. We deliver high-quality CNC machine components and fabrication projects from prototype to production. United Machine and Tool is committed to quality and excellence in the manufacturing industry. We're located in Goodlettsville, Tennessee. Check us out on the web at umttn.com for any manufacturing need. That's United Machine and Tool, a proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Jim Reese back in Paducah, Kentucky. We move to the bottom of the 3rd, all tied up. Peyton Vaught, new lease on life out there on the mound. Looking to pick up his 2nd win of the year. It's his first start of the year. Not sure how long they're hoping he can go, but I'm sure he's on an innings limit, or a more specifically a pitch limit. Uptown Hoppers have taken a 6-2 lead over the Miners. Again, the Miners can lose the game, still come in 5th place if the Fulton Railroaders lose. Fulton has to win and has to hope that Madisonville loses. Brett Haas, Trey Dooley, and Austin Wilson to face Peyton Vaught. And Haas had made his mind up. He was swinging on the first pitch. He missed that one by 2 feet. Fulton Railroaders lead 2-1. They had a 2-run homer at Henderson. Another off-speed pitch misses outside. Drew Eisenberg pitching that game for the Flash. Again, they have to win. If they win, it doesn't matter what Hoptown does. But if they lose and Hoptown wins, Hoptown is your regular season champ by 1/1000th of a percentage point. The all OVL selection, Brett Haas at the plate. He singled in his first plate appearance and takes a whack at that one and fouls it way out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball, and that might get a windshield. There's a road that goes right by the stadium here. We've got our bullpen camera. Look at, we've got a couple of rhythm players down there loosening up. Oh, wait a minute. That's not. That is our bullpen, but they don't play for the rhythm. Full Count Ministries, Full Count. Just running amok here at Paducah. What are we doing? It should be Full Count's zone over there, but these Chiefs fans, they just do what they want. Full Count pitch is high, and Haas will draw a walk. Third walk by Vaught. And now there is a rhythm player. Can you name that rhythm player? I'll wait for responses. Trey Dooley, who walked in the first inning, stands in. Dooley looks at a pitch above the letters. And that one goes behind him. Hayden's fourth appearance of the year. It's his first start. Pitching into his third inning. He's got 3 1/3 innings in all year. And he was late arriving to Full Count. I would assume it was by design, but he was injured last year, did not pitch in the spring. He's a second-year rhythm player. And he's gone 3 balls and no strikes to Dooley, who's the DH and probably the next pitcher to come in the game for the Chiefs. That's Peyton Vaught's strategy. Go ahead and let him get on base. So you need a ground ball, get a fielder's choice, then let Dooley run the bases a little bit. That's ball 4, back-to-back walks. We'll probably get a visit from Jimmy Gamboa, would be my guess. And now a lefty getting looser. And who do we have? And my camera, as they're hiding on the far right side of the bullpen. Not sure why. As Austin Wilson stands in. That's Brian Sweeney warming up Jack Cowan. Both of the catchers, as that one's grounded to the third base coach, who makes a play. Is that in fact Scott Tucker, their head coach? Pitching coaches Kent Wallace, Scott Matlock, and Jay Smith are assistant coaches for Scott Tucker in his first year. I believe Scott was an assistant coach last year under Leon Worth. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Again, mind made up the swing before that pitch is thrown. It's the only way that can happen. That pitch was never a strike out of the hand of Peyton Vaught. It landed 5 feet in front of the plate. But he's got an 0-2 count. Who's got a triple play card out there? Time to play it. Foss at second. Dooley is at first. Popped up in the left field, but it's going to be playable for Charlie Bozeman. It'll be out of your view right on the fair line, and home plate umpire James Purnell says it is a fair ball. Catch is made for out number 1. And now Vaught is a dudette double play away from getting out of the inning. Walked the first two here in the third. Carson Reed, who was a strikeout victim in the first, stands in. Looked pretty good right there. Mr. Purnell, a little hand action indicating it's outside. Question must have come from the full count dugout, but he looked to the left. Another fly ball, shallow center field. Moses has his hand out and he says, I'll get that one. He comes in and makes a two-handed grab, just like his brother Caden taught him. Sladen's still learning, of course. I'm just kidding. Rylan is the oldest Moses. Caden, I think, is 14, and Sladen, I believe, is 10. Sladen is our bat boy. When he can break away, he's got other responsibilities and duties and things like that. A couple of girlfriends. He's got a job. Jace England stands in with 2 out and 2 on. Fastball is up top. Jace flew out to Moses in center to end the first. Another incoming freshman. He's heading to Dyersburg State. He's from Decaturville, Tennessee, 6'2", 190-pound incoming freshman. Came in hitting .231 for the Chiefs, playing in his 24th game. He looks at a called strike in the outside corner. Sweeney down there catching without any protection. Doesn't have a mask on. That's the main thing. Need to have a mask on in the bullpen. Vaught is fighting control here in this game. He's walked 3. Actually, he's walked 4. He's walked 2 in this inning. Walked 1 in each of the first 2 innings. See if I can get to how many pitches he's thrown. That's a wild one. Outside, it's 3-1. It's that breaking pitch that he's really struggling with. Showing 55 pitches so far. Probably added, if he had a limit, he's probably got 75. So swing away from getting out of it, and there it is. Popped up on the left side. Joel Chandler calls off Cam Suggs, and he makes a catch to get the rhythm back in the dugout. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. The Chiefs have left 5 on in 3. Rhythm will come to the dugout, pick up the Old Hickory steel press bats delivered or produced by Chad Lamberth and his folks. He is a Full Count Ministries board member. Good to have Chad part of the crew. We'll take a break and be right back.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Just now check the email, treesports@gmail.com, and see I've got a couple of them. Joel Chandler, tell me about the scoring. No, I don't know. I haven't looked at Game Changer to see. Did they charge that error to the shortstop? Is that what you're saying? Let me look back at that bottom of the first inning. Here, I'll just go to the box score. See, yeah, they give it to Chandler. I'll walk across the way here, Joe, and get them to see if they can fix that. Got a new pitcher on the mound, Trey Dooley. The DH is now coming into the game. Also got an email about an hour ago, just now seeing it, from Gary Nepper, who is knew him from the Vol State days. His son played for the Pioneers a couple of years. He played at Cumberland University. Gary didn't know he listened in on the Full Count Rhythm games out of Greenbrier, Tennessee. Slade. I was wondering if you're listening, Sladen. Sladen says, girlfriends? I got no girlfriends. Tate Dickinson, Jackson Zeller, Cam Suggs to face Trey Dooley. Right-hander heading to Southern Illinois as he spikes the first pitch for ball one. Dickinson struck out looking in the second. It's a line down the right field line, but it's going to curl foul. Heads up down there by the 10th. They must be having some hospitality down that right field line. That's probably where these boys that you saw and can see down there, just at the top of the screen, is that hospitality area. 1 strike to the Louisianian. Anian? The person from Louisiana. Tate Dickinson, Belle Chase, Louisiana. L.A. Turns away from an inside fastball. 3 balls and a strike. Tate playing in his 21st game, hitting .231, 3 doubles, 7 RBIs. I think I heard that this might be his last game, that he may be heading back home. Ball 4. It's been a good pickup for Full Count. I hadn't got a lot of time to spend with him, but I can tell he's a jokester for sure. He tried to feed me a line one time about something, and I said, "Look, you're not going to do that. You can't do that with me, okay?" Talked to a whole lot of bad guys in my time. He wasn't being a bad guy. He was just being taking off right here. That's lined out to right field, and it's going to drop in front of the right fielder. I thought Matthew Henderson might be able to come in and haul that one in, but Jackson Zeller gets one off of the old Hickory label and drops one into right field for a base knock. First 2 have reached here in the 4th, and the Rhythm got a little something going. As Cam Suggs comes to the plate, he flew out to deep left field the first time he came to the plate. But Tate, hell, he's a jokester. His mom Monique and his grandma Gail, I believe is her name. Swing and a miss. They came up last weekend. Love meeting you folks. Oh, big jump by Tate Dickinson. Pitch is taken for a strike as Suggs knew that Dickinson had that stolen, and another century steal of third base. Puts runners at the corners. That's the 3rd steal by Rhythm runner tonight. Rylan Moses, Ryder Blanchard, now Tate Dickinson. They called that one a strike. The pitch before, that's right. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Third pitcher tonight for Paducah, as it is a bullpen night for the Chiefs. Again, this game does not matter in the standings. Suggs goes down swinging on the slider out of the zone. And that's the first out. Joel Chandler, the second, steps in. He singled and scored the Framework Athletics first run of the game in the third. Sladen says baseball 24/7. Zeller is going to steal second. No throw anywhere by Dooley. Zeller gets into the act. Fourth stolen base for full count. Chandler thought about going, and home plate umpire says he didn't just think about it. He did, in fact, swing. One ball, one strike. 2 on, 1 out. That was Jackson Zeller's first steal of the year. Rhythm now have 77 steals. There's a breaking pitch that humps across that outside corner for a called strike. Flash have now taken the lead 3-2 after 3 in Henderson tonight. Off the end of the bat, and that's going to be caught by Jace England. Runners will hold close to their bags, so a soft line out. Couldn't get any elevation on that. Get it over the glove of England. Now back to the top of the lineup. Rylan Moses, the older brother to Slay Dog, our bat boy, listening in from wherever he might be. Probably got it's 7:40. He's out to dinner. Breaking pitch low. Not sure if his dad Devery is on the road tonight. Mom Kimberly staying at home up there in Portland or Cottontown or somewhere in a county, Sumner County. Swing and a miss. Moses looked like he was trying to go an opposite way. Jack Robinson, the center fielder, is shading toward left center field. Matthew Henderson, the right fielder, is playing straight up. 2 outs, 2 on. Rhythm trying to get the go-ahead run across at the knees for the called strike there, and Moses didn't like that call. He's 0 for 1, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Came in with 35 hits, which is third on the club. Kason Hill not in the lineup tonight. His second, and a swing and a miss on a pitch that probably was down and out of the strike zone. And the first 2 reach, but a strikeout, a line out, and a strikeout in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. The Rhythm have now left 5 on base themselves after 4. Take a break and be right back on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
Feeling tight, stiff, and not quite yourself? Then it might be time to go see the professionals at Absolute Wellness. Located at 101 Tennessee Way, Suite 100 here in Hendersonville, Absolute Wellness can get you back on track with their numerous services like chiropractic care, massage, acupuncture, spinal decompression. Call Absolute Wellness at 615-264-8515 today to get in on some great offers. That's Absolute Wellness. Your road to absolute wellness starts here.
Compliant with code. If you're a facility manager or building owner, you've heard the term plenty of times. At Corson Fire and Security, we work to keep buildings compliant with the most demanding code of all, our own. We've been protecting people and property since before most of today's codes were even written. And what we've learned along the way makes us the best choice to partner with for the future. Corson Fire and Security, celebrating 70 years. Learn more at corson.com.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
All right, Joel Chandler, the mission accomplished in terms of at least advising the official score about it. Now, whether or not he'll go back and can go back and make that change, I don't know. So I think you have to go back and recreate the whole game, and I don't think I'm real positive that he's going to go back and do that. So he said he put it on the third baseman. But anyway, as you say, it popped up and showed on the shortstop, Joel Chandler. So unless he's got Joel Chandler at third, then here's a ground ball to Joel Chandler. He gloves and throws to the tall Edward McLeod, who's able to stretch and get that out. One pitch, one out as Landon Gilbert grounds out to Joel Chandler. Peyton Vaught is out for his fourth inning. A good start to it. 3 out of 4 innings, he's retired the first batter. Matthew Henderson looks at ball one. Cousin Lila watching. He said you weren't in Virginia, though. He said you're down in Louisiana. There's another ground ball to Chandler. Sidesteps that one. Makes catch on 2 hops. And a couple of 6-3s have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Grand and Cousin. Let's see who Grand is. Top of the order, Jackson Supsky. Common spelling of Supsky. Oh, that's Grand. That's Grandma in Brandon, Mississippi. Grandin is Grandpa, and Grand is Grandma in Brandon, Mississippi. He's got a Beck in Canton, Mississippi as well. Does Joel Chandler as Supsky looks at a called strike. Oh, we got some baseball emojis going on now. Okay. We're getting artistic. Vaught looking for a quick inning as Jack Cowan apparently is loose and ready if needed. Telling you, the air conditioning, this new air conditioner they have in the press box is kicking. Turn it down. Where's my sweater? I need a sweater. 2 balls and a strike. Final regular season game in 2026. Full Count's 5th in the Ohio Valley League, 6th in their existence. Chopper foul. Toward his own dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Supsky flew out in the first, walked in the second, batting for the 3rd time here in the 4th inning. Shepherdsville, Kentucky's his hometown. Freshman at Wabash Valley College, 5'9", 180. Came in hitting below the Mendoza line. Grounds one to Suggs. Gloves and gathers and throws on to McLeod for a 3-up, 3-down inning for Peyton Vaught. That's what he needed. And Cam Suggs needed good play right there to feel a little bit better. Is probably still thinking about that error from the first inning and a couple of errors in previous games here. You just get a look about a stadium or a field or something like that, and it's like, I don't want to play there anymore. But hopefully Cam can get over that, as Josh Carmen talking to the home plate umpire about something right now. I'm not sure exactly what that is. Maybe there's a change later or something. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back as they're throwing out some T-shirts here at Brooks Stadium.
This is Lucy. You're listening to Fun Count Olympics with my compound Sammy's on the Fun Count Sports Network.
The official scorer just came in to tell me that he's having trouble making that change, and I appreciate him giving me that intel. And he said he'll either talk to the commissioner, Will Cox, about it, who I understand might be here at the ball game tonight, talking about coming. New pitcher on the mound for Paducah Chiefs is the first baseman, Jace England. Trey Dooley, who pitched in the fourth, is the new first baseman. Going to be a lot of changes, I believe, for Paducah in this game. Lila, getting after those emojis over there. All right, Lila, how old are you? He didn't tell me how old you were. Are you old enough to date Sladen, our bat boy? He's 10. And apparently does not have a girlfriend. Ryder Blanchard, Barrett Brown, Edward McLeod due to face the new pitcher, Jace England, the fourth Chief pitcher. Let's see if I can find some statistical accomplishments on the mound for Jace England. They got me hopping all over as he delivers a breaking pitch in there for a called strike, a recent high school grad. Again, I don't know if he's going to Dyersburg State. I assume it's to hit, not to pitch. England has one appearance, 1 in the 3rd innings. Let's see who that was against. Need a research assistant. Where is Jay Myers? Fly ball out to center field, and I assume that it's still Jack Robinson at center. But no telling, and it is. He pitched back on July 13th against Madisonville. Inning in the 3rd. Gave up only 1 hit. Faced 5 batters. Blanchard now 1 for 3. Barrett Brown 1 for 2, stands in. Looks at a pitch above the rhythm across the front of his chest. He's back hitting right-handed. Chops one to the left side. It's going to be a tough play. Supsky gloves and makes a nice throw over to Dooley. Dooley's return throw back to Supsky. It goes down the left field line. But a nice play by Supsky in the hole. He planted that right foot and threw a nice shot over to Dooley to retire Brown. Brown's not the speediest of runners, but he wasn't on his hands and knees. Edward McLeod's at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Swings at the first pitch, a breaking pitch by England, and fouls it back. Ava, scoreboard operator Dorn checking in, says go Rhythm. Vanessa, just now saw hers. She also says go Rhythm. Vanessa Dorn, the oldest Dorn child. 2 girls and then a boy. Vanessa, Ava, and James, the siblings, are the children of Doug and Rebecca Dorn, their host family. She, I think, handles the food trucks for the home games. Rebecca does. Ava, and I think it's probably Kylie and Kennedy Carmen, the 2 oldest Carmen daughters, handle the admissions table. Edward McLeod's now worked a full count. We call that a Full Count Ministries full count. And Julie Sweeney will be providing I just feel confident. The Full Count Ministries verse of the game is a chopper back to the pitcher, Jace England, who gets on the mound, gloves it, and throws over to Dooley, who looks it into the glove. 3 in a row in the fifth. And we're going to head to the bottom of the fifth. But before we do, we're going to have the ACS Home Builders rhythm history lesson. As the Henderson Flash I look up on my phone. They're up 7-2 now. They do not want to have to play the Full Count rhythm in round 2, that's for sure. Let's check some information I gave to some of the guys today. And Jonas Smithson, Ryan Sweeney, they like to hear about the rhythm history. Of course, they are a current and former rhythm pitcher, so they like to hear the pitching stats. In rhythm history, there have been 14 games that a rhythm pitcher has struck out 10 or more batters in a game. And I think it's only happened once in a complete game 9-inning contest. That was Spencer Wilkins in his very first start back in June of 2022. Was at Muhlenberg County. It was a 5-0 win. And he went 9 innings, gave up a little infield single in the 5th, 1 hitter, so a complete game shutout. And he struck out a dozen. Jonas Smithson was one of those. He struck out 10 last year against the Paducah Chiefs. We learned that was at Hendersonville in the same year. Last year, Logan Harrell, his now former teammate at Trevecca and former teammate to Peyton Vaught, is still on the mound. Logan Harrell struck out 10 last year, the only 2 that struck out 10 or more. He did that in one of the very first, actually the first game at Fulton last year. Zane Brown is on the roster. The brother of Barrett Brown struck out a dozen against Rex. That was a 7-inning complete game shutout, a 2-hitter. As we now head to the bottom of the 5th, we thank ACS Home Builders Cam and Jessica Suggs for their big-time support of Full Count Rhythm missions, Full Count missions. 2-2, and squaring around the bunt, bunting it off of his chest is 2-0 hitter Jack Robinson. He's not out as he was still in the batter's box. So to continue the multiple or double-digit strikeouts, Luke Sennard is the only pitcher to have done it 3 times, and he happens to be the top 3 in rhythm history. He struck out 15 in the second game in rhythm history at Fulton back on June 5th of 2021, squaring again, pulling the bat back. Jackson Zeller asked to be checked down with the first base umpire, who says, yes, he went. Let's get the strikes up there. I totally disagree with that. Jack Robinson pulled the bat back when it came to the plate, and he's 3 pitches and a Corson Fire and Security strikeout victim. A 3rd strikeout of the game for Vaught. And now 4 out of 5 innings that he's retired. The leadoff batter, Brett Haas, has been on base, though. Both times he's come to the plate. Singled and scored in the first, walked and was stranded at second in the 3rd inning. Jack Cowan still getting loose down in the bullpen for the Rhythm as that ball skipped to the backstop. There's Jack down there. He's now in the correct lane in the bullpen. That is still Ryan Sweeney, sans the mask. Watch Joel Chandler's setup out there at shortstop. He crouches down. Most unusual starting position for an infielder I've ever seen. He plays well, so I'm not going to argue with it. It's a chopper. Trey Dooley, the on-deck batter, gloved that one. Brett Haas from Paducah, Kentucky, Plays baseball at Northeast Mississippi Community College. Happens to be a community college in Mississippi, amazingly. Ground ball 2/3. Suggs gloves and tosses over to his buddy Edward McLeod, who's making some plays. I wonder how many putouts Edward has now. One, two, three. Not as many as I thought. He's got 4. 4 of the last 5, but as Dooley swings at a pitch out of the zone. Flash now lead 8-2 over the Fulton Railroaders. It's looking like the Rhythm will take on the Roaders for the second straight playoff series. And tips off a Zeller's glove and goes to the backstop. 1 ball, 1 strike. Full count defeated the Railroaders last year in the championship series. 12-1 and 12-2, both of them mercy rule games. Out to right field, back goes Dickinson, and he will get under it and make the catch for another 1, 2, 3 inning for Vaught. He has retired the last 9 batters he's faced, settled down nicely. And we'll see if he comes out for the 6th. Take a break. Come back with some more Full Count Rhythm baseball right here on our Full Count Broadcast Network.
Corson Fire and Security first opened for business in 1946. From the very beginning, we understood something important. We're not just protecting buildings. We're protecting the dreams that built them. We're protecting the lives unfolding inside them. Fire extinguishers, sprinkler systems, and security products are the tools of our trade, but people are the inspiration behind it. For 7 decades, we've never forgotten that. Corson Fire and Security. Corson.com.
We all think about our home's yards, gutters, floors, and so much more. When was the last time you thought about your sprinkler system? That's where Music City Fire Sprinkler steps in. It may shock you that in-home sprinkler systems are discreet and affordable. Let the experts at Music City Fire Sprinkler tell you for themselves. Give them a call at 615-826-7450 or check them out on the web at mcfs.us. That's Music City Fire Sprinkler, proud sponsor of the Full Count Rhythm.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
This is Tim Reese back on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Chase England back on the mound for the Chiefs to pitch his 2nd inning. Ryan Carson started, went 2 innings, no hits, no runs. Brendan Mira came in. He struggled. Allowed 3 hits, 2 runs that were earned. Did not walk a batter, but did plunk one. He faced 6. Trey Dooley 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Take that back. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Charlie Bozeman leading off the top of the 6th in a tie ball game, 2-2. First pitch swinging down that right field line and a long run, a diving catch by Matthew Henderson out of your view robs Bozeman of extra bases. He got there and all he could do was just dive, and he came up with it, showed the crowd his catch. Put a star by that one as Bozeman nearly had his 12th extra base hit of the year. He has 14 hits, 12 of them are extra bases. Now Tate Dickinson steps in. It's now 4 straight retired by Jace England. Tate's 0 for 1, strikeout and a walk. That's a line drive. That will get over the outstretched glove of Sepsky. Rounding first hard, but he'll come on back and talk to Nick Krupp, the first base coach. Tell him about his first hit of the ball game. 1 for 2 now for Dickinson. Now Zeller is at the plate. He singled the last time he came to the plate on the first pitch. Ended up stealing second. The speedy former Chat State Tiger heading to Roane State Community College. He swings at the first pitch, lines that one into left field. The Farragut Admiral a couple of years ago, state champs 5 years in a row. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage in White House. They weren't the back-to-back hit sponsor to begin the year, but Eddie Smith heard me talking about needing one. He said, hey, how about Twin Oaks Storage? I said, that sounds good to me. And then we also had the Little Debbie double. How about one right here, Cam Suggs? You haven't hit a double all year. I'm sorry, you've hit one double all year. It's a triple you haven't hit. I'll take a triple, too. Go down that right field line. Let Matthew Henderson dive again, miss. You get on third, drive in, too. That's the card I'm playing right now. They're free. I can make it up anyway. It's my show. 2 ball or 1 ball, 1 strike. I can't change the count, though, no matter how hard I try. Jace England delivers. Looked like he turned that one over and stayed outside. Now, 2 balls and a strike. Three balls. Cam Suggs. Runners are going, and it swung on, and that gets into the hole. The 5.5 hole, that's going to score 1. No stolen bases, but an RBI single as Tate Dickinson comes in to break the tie, and the Rhythm had the lead on an RBI single by Cam Suggs. Both runners were on the move. So if that's a line drive to an infielder, it's an easy double play ball. But back-to-back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. Cam Suggs gets his first hit in a while, and it is well placed. Now Joel Chandler II stands in, and he drives one foul down the left field line. He is 1 for 2. Hit a soft little line drive to the man who's pitching to him right now, Jace England, who's playing first base then. Trey Dooley is the first baseman. Carson Reed's in left, Jack Robinson in center, Matthew Henderson is in right field, I believe. Brett Haas is down at third base. That pitch misses outside. Hey, let's get the count right on there. Runners are at first and second. The Rhythm do lead 3-2. In a meaningless game for either one of these two teams. Found back to the screen. In terms of the standings, every baseball player worth his salt wants to win every game he plays. So, not to say they're not trying hard, but of course, Paducah is throwing pitchers that don't normally pitch. That's down the right field line. Joel Chandler, a late break, and there is the ball down the right field line. That is now the throw comes into Dooley. That hits right on the line, and Joel Chandler cruises in to second base with a Little Debbie double and an RBI, and the Rhythm lead 4-2. So not that he could have gotten a triple because Suggs had to wait to see if it was going to be caught. So he wouldn't have been able to come around. But Joel Chandler picks up his 4th double of the year. Again, thanks to Eddie Smith for delivering bus snacks. Didn't have one on the ride up here, but I plan on indulging on the ride back. Should still be some nutty buddies. Nick Krupp make sure that I've got some nutty buddies. And back hits for Full Count. Brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. Rylan Moses wants to get into the act and takes a breaking pitch apparently upstairs for ball one. He is hitless in this game. He's 0 for 2. Came in hitting .365, 6 doubles, a triple, 4 big flies. He hits one high out to right field, and it's well hit. Matthew Henderson back. That's gone. I was just going to say Rylan Moses hadn't hit a home run in a while, but this is a big ballpark, and Moses tanks that one to right field, a 3-run home run to put the Rhythm up 7-2. Rylan Moses' 5th home run, and it's his first in a while, and that will draw a visit. That's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. That is back-to-back hits. 5 of them is Steven Ardito, just outside of your view, our Anchor Transportation bus driver. High-fiving everybody who comes in on that 3-run bomb. Jace England is going to come out of this game. We're going to have a new pitcher. Let's see if it comes from somebody on the field. Looks like it might be Brett Haas. Or not. We'll take a break. We'll figure it out when we get back. But the Rhythm with a, what do we got? 5-run inning in the top of the 6th of taking a 7-2 lead. Let's take a quick break and be back with more Full Count Rhythm action.
Don't strike out at your next party. Order the food that will get your crowd cheering. Chick-fil-A of Rivergate. We have many catering options available, from our Chick-fil-A nugget trays to our original Chick-fil-A sandwiches to our chocolate chunk cookies and fudge brownies. We have something for everyone. Order online at chickfil-a.com or call the store at 615-851-4007.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Let's get back to Full Count Rhythm Baseball action on the Full Count Broadcast Network.
And the new pitcher is the former third baseman, Brett Haas, who will come in relief of Jace England, who goes 1 1/3 innings. Allows 5 hits, and they were in a row. A 1-out single to Tate Dickinson, then a single to Jackson Zeller, an RBI single to Cam Suggs, an RBI double to Joel Chandler, and a Chick-fil-A of Rivergate 3-run bomb to Rylan Moses, who picks up his 18th, 19th, and 20th RBIs of the year and gives the Rhythm a 7-2 lead. Now Haas will face Ryder Blanchard with the bases empty. England 5 hits, 5 runs. You can close the book on him. All runs were earned. Did not walk or strike out a batter. Did give up the big fly, though. Had a 1-2-3 5th inning, but then the Rhythm jumped all over him. He faces 9 batters. The 5th pitcher for the Chiefs is out on the mound, Brett Haas. Let's see if he's pitched in a game. See if we can keep it going. There's a fastball right down Broadway for a called strike. Blanchard is 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Haas has 2 appearances, both in relief. 1 in the 3rd innings as he delivers a fastball that is fouled off the lower body of Blanchard. That's not feeling good. He is walking that one off, and home plate umpire James Purnell will give him a little bit of time. Haas in his 1 1/3 innings faced 5 batters, not allowed a hit, has walked 1, struck out 2. No one has scored off of Brett Haas, Haas. Blanche goes down looking on a fastball right down the can. That was nothing but fastball. Might have been expecting a breaking pitch. Instead, got a fastball right down the can. 2 outs brings up Barrett Brown, who is batting left-handed. This is his 2nd time batting left-handed. He's batted different way every time he's come to the plate. In succession, looks at a called strike. Led off the game batting right-handed. His 2nd at-bat was a left-handed at-bat off of Brendan Mira. He singled up the middle, drove in a run. One ball, 1 strike. Chopper up the middle. Maddox Cope, the new second baseman, can't get it. And Barrett Brown, he's hustling for second. The throw is not in time. A little Debbie double for Barrett Brown on the chopper that gets through the infield. Good hustle there by Brown. The 6th hit of the inning. Maddox Cope came in for Jace England. Who departed after pitching. He started the game at first base. So I assume Maddox Cope is going to go into Jace England's spot in the lineup. Edward McLeod is the 9th batter to come to the plate. See if he can get his first. That'd be a heck of a place to get your first home run of the year in the biggest ballpark, but he gets the right swing on the right pitch. There's no ballpark that can hold it. This is a strong young man. Sanford Bulldog. Called strike, and he's down in the count 0-2. .6'3", 230 from Mobile, Alabama, the son of Ed and Katie McLeod. Brother to Harris. He's got grandparents in Mobile. He calls B and Cookie. He's got a papa and a meanie in Baton Rouge. Lifts this one out of play. A AAA autoglass foul ball. That gets into the parking lot right off the first base stands, and a whole bunch of young guys leave the stadium to go looking for that baseball. Wonder what they give away here for baseballs. Hey, while you're over there, get that one. It's good to be the trailer in this group if there's back-to-back foul balls. Matter of fact, you could just probably stay over there in that parking lot, except you probably want to watch the game. Runner at second, 5 runs in the inning. Haas throws a breaking pitch, and Edward McLeod swings over the top of it. Haas picks up 2 strikeouts in his relief appearance in the 6th, but the Rhythm put 5 on the board. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 1 runner was left on base. The Rhythm leads 7-2 in the final regular season game of the year. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with the bottom of the 6th. Peyton Vaught back out to become one of 6 players to pitch 6 or more innings in a start. Let's see if he gets there.
At the Hendersonville Firefighters Association, IAFF Local 3460, we believe our mission goes beyond the firehouse. It's about serving people, strengthening our community, and sharing hope. That's why we're proud to support Full Count Ministries and their dedication to developing athletes, building character, and spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ. Whether on the field or in the community, we stand united in sharing the good news and making a lasting impact. Hendersonville Firefighters Association, Local 3460, proudly supporting Full Count Ministries. Go Rhythm.
This is Reese Snapper. You are listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa, Tim Reese, on the Full Count Sports Network.
Vaught has retired the last 9 batters he's faced. He will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Chiefs lineup. Austin Wilson, Carson Reed, and Maddox Cope are scheduled. Nope, not Austin Wilson. They've got a pinch hitter. Javon Andrews will hit. Here in the bottom of the 6th. First time he gets to the plate and he swings and misses on a slider for strike 1. Coming in for Austin Wilson, the catcher. So I wonder if Carson Reed will, well, Carson Reed's going to come out of this game too, and that's strike 2. Because that is not Carson Reed on deck. That's going to be Joe Derrick. Looks like he's going to come in probably to catch. 3 pitches. Oh, I thought that was going to be a ring up. But it's high and inside. Popped up. That'll get into the seats here. Heads up. That's just to the right of the press box. Where is the fishnet? Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Javon Andrews hanging tough against Peyton Vaught, who tried to step on a fastball there and yanks it glove side for ball 2. Andrews from Hobart, Indiana. I believe he's played his 2 years at Vincennes. Not sure if he's already found a place to go. 5'8", 180-pound outfielder. And he has now worked the count back full, or 2 full, not back to it. Hoptown Hoppers lead 10-3 over the Madisonville Miners, and Henderson Flash are up big 11-3 over the Rotors. So as it stands right now, it looks like Henderson will finish as the champ, and Javon Andrews swings and misses at a Corson Fire and Security strikeout to begin the 6th. 4th strikeout of the game for Vaught. He looks like he's amped up. I think he had 74 pitches when we started this inning. We checked that. He's at 81 now. Swing and a miss. Joe Derrick pinch hitting. That is Maddox Cope on deck, the new second baseman. Derrick from Father Ryan High School in Nashville, Tennessee. Heading to Wren Lake, I think. He's from Nashville, Tennessee. I think there was some talk as he's going to get plunked by that pitch. And the first base runner since a walk back in the 3rd inning. First hit batter by Vaught, and that's his first hit batter he's had in 4 appearances now, is Maddox Cope, who came in at second base in the top of the 6th. He's getting his opportunity to hit. With 1 out and 1 on here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. Assume that's still Jack Callan and Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney is not playing tonight. He talked to me about maybe coming up for an inning, but problem is, need him to catch in the bullpen. He's got bullpen duties. Fastball high, strike call there. I set up the headset for him and everything. Got a nice hold press box. But he's got to catch in the bullpen as both catchers that are still on the roster are in the game. Barrett Brown's at second base, and Jackson Zeller is behind the plate. That's a line down the right field line, but foul. Cope very late on that fastball. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. I'll get it right. Playoffs start on Monday. Rhythm will host that first night and then go on the road. Looks like we'll be going on the road to Fulton on Tuesday night. And then an if necessary game back at Hendersonville, Drake's Creek number 3. Swing and a miss and another Corson. Fire and security strikeout. 2 in the inning, 5 in the game for Vaught. And I got to believe this is his final inning. But I know he wants to get through 6. It's only happened 5 times this year. Jackson Goddard, a 6-inning appearance as a start and a win at Madisonville back in May 31st. That's lifted out to shallow center field. Moses coming on hard, and he can't catch it. Runner's rounding second, and he's going to get into third base. That's Joe Derrick. And the runners are going to be at the corners on the bloop single by Gilbert. First hit off of Vaught since the first inning, and it's only the third of the game. Laney Gilbert's now 1 for 3. Matthew Henderson will stay in the game. He is the 9-hole hitter. Jackson Goddard, 6 innings, 4 hits. Then Caleb Pica, 6 innings, 5 hits in a 10-2 win against Hoptown. That's down the right field line, and that's a late swing, and that will get into the hospitality area. Right down there as they scramble for it. I guess if a play's made right there in that corner, I could show it to you on our third camera. But that's not where Matthew Henderson made that catch to rob, who was it? That was Charlie Bozeman. The third 6-inning or more start was Ryan Sweeney in a 5-4 loss at Hoptown back on June 20th. Parker Davis had a 7-inning. Another late swing by Henderson. And no chance I'm throwing him anything off speed. He is not going to get around on a fastball. Parker Davis, 7 innings against the Madisonville Miners. Gave up 5 hits on only 1 run, struck out 8 in that ball game. Ryan Sweeney struck out 9 in his 6-inning appearance against Hoptown, did not get the loss. Then the final, or the last one, was Zane Brown. 7 innings, 8 hits. That's a fastball in the outside corner, and Peyton Vaught, I believe, finishes his outing with a backward K for Corson Fire and Security strikeout. She strikes out the side to end his 6 innings of work. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base, if in fact that is a solid start for Peyton Vaught. Let's see how many pitches. 92 pitches. So if he was on a 75 pitch count, whoops. Psalm 100's a pretty good one, Julie. It's only got 5 verses in it. So I'll go with Psalm 100, and we'll see how far we get on our Full Count Ministries verses of the game. We'll take a quick break and be back with the top of the 7th. You're watching and listening to the Full Count Broadcast Network.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
Looking back at an email that Joel Chandler sent me and trying to figure out what's happening here and what it is I was looking at. I guess it's a couple of screenshots of Game Changer there. I don't know what's happening there at all, Joel. And sometimes Game Changer can be wacky. Sometimes it's operator error, of course. But hopefully they'll get it fixed. Charlie Bozeman going to lead off the seventh, and he's going to face another Paducah Chief pitcher. It's the sixth of the game, and it's Evan Dilworth, freshman from Paducah, Kentucky, Shawnee Community College, 6'3", 2 1/4. Rhythm leads 7-2 as we bat here in the top of the seventh. Charlie Bozeman looking for his first hit of the game. He got robbed the last time up. First pitch misses the catcher's glove, and who do we have behind the plate? I think that's Landon Gilbert at third. I think it's still Jack Supsky at shortstop, and that one goes behind Charlie. Let's see. Trey Dooley still at first base. That might be Joe Derrick behind the plate. Or that's him out in left field. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not the scorekeeper. Chopper foul on the breaking pitch. That goes into the Chiefs dugout. Dave Routon probably announced who was where. But I was doing other things, spinning plates other places. 2-1 pitch to Bozeman. That lands in the backstop area as well. 3 balls and a strike. There's a strike. And a Full Count Ministries full count. 11-3 Hoppers lead now. 11-3 Henderson leads. And Charlie takes a hit by pitch. That's his eighth hit by pitch. It's his ninth. He leads the club in that category. Again, that's not one you really want to excel in. Third rhythm batter to be hit. James Purnell, the home plate umpire, overstanding. He's looking for some more baseballs. That's what he's looking for. Let's see what that box score. I assume it still shows. Well, there it does. The Game Changer now, Joel, shows the error to Cam Suggs on the box score. So I assume that's how it will ultimately. It won't really matter. I keep my own stats anyway and don't worry about what the box scores. So at the end of the year, if you want to see what the actual stats are, then you just send me an email and I'll give you the information. Tate Dickinson's at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Starts to offer, and Robert Boone, the first base umpire, he says he went. I don't disagree. C.J. Davis is in the middle of the field. He's the third base umpire with a runner at first. Slider slides to the left-handed batter's box. We'll have the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game and the Full Count Ministries verse of the game. We'll have to do that toward the end. Swing and a miss. Bible app just asked me a question. I thought it was asking me, do I want to give some kind of an opinion? And I thought, no, not right now. It was asking me, do you love the Bible app? And I said, no. Whoops, sorry. Didn't read it. 2-2 pitch, no outs, runner at first. And that has been a strike this year. I am not straight behind home plate. But I wouldn't want to take that one there again. Full Count Ministries, full count. Bozeman is not off, and that's ball 4. So a hit batter and a walk by Evan Dilworth. Anderson looking to end that one early, 15-3 over the Rotors. I'm sure at this point, Fulton is saving pitchers. Dilworth's 11th appearance of the year. So he now faces Jackson Zeller, a big jump at second, and a double steal by Bozeman and Dickinson. Dickinson kept seeing Bozeman inch off, and then he saw him take off, so Dickinson took off. Dickinson's second steal. And a pitch goes to the backstop, and that's going to score a run. Hit first, diving slide by Charlie Bozeman. A wild pitch gets the 8th run of the ball game in for full count. And Dickinson moves over to third base on the wild pitch by Dilworth. And as I had surmised earlier, the commissioner is in the house tonight. Will Cox is here. Where's your security? I'm here. Your wife's here? You brought her with you? 1-0 pitch is lined into right center field. Jackson Ziller with a 3-hit ball game going and an RBI gives the Rhythm a 9-2 lead. That a boy, Jackson. She doesn't know it's air conditioned. Oops. I think I just gave us too many runs here. No, I didn't. It is 9-2. First hit of the inning off of an old Hickory bat. Well, feel free to tell her. There's plenty of room up here. Cam Suggs at the plate. He had an RBI single last time up. Still nobody out. Dilworth gets the breaking pitch to land for a called strike. So 1 run driven in, 1 run wild pitched in. 2 in the inning. Rhythm had a 5-run 6th inning. Suggs sees that one outside. And trying to put another big number on the board here in the top half of the 7th. Rhythm have the worst record against the Paducah Chiefs of any other team this year. That has not been the case in their history. As a matter of fact, full count in the first 2 years of their existence in 2021 and 2022, did not lose to Paducah. 15-0. They went 5-2 in 2023, 4-4 last year, but have only won 2 out of 6 this year. Check swing ground ball to first. Dooley's going to go to second for 1. The return throw is not played. And excuse me, check swing fielder's choice for Suggs. Zeller is out 3-6 if you're scoring at home. And if you are, I need to know about it. Send me an email at tresports@gmail.com. Us book nerds need to commiserate from time to time. Joel Chandler II steps to the plate. Got a single and a double, 2 runs scored. He's got folks all over watching. Telling them the bullpen's ready. This press box, the one to the right or left, depending on which way you're looking. Will Cox in his 3rd year as the commissioner, right? John Bruce, the commissioner for several years. He was the commissioner when we got into the league. Full Count Rhythm got in the league in 21. That's a stop behind the plate by somebody. Not sure who the catcher is for sure. It might be Joe Derrick, but I don't know. He's got that chest protector on. I don't think, well, it can't be Carson Reed out in left field anymore. Javon Andrews, let's see if he's out in center field. He is. I think that's going to be Jack Robinson in left. And Matthew Henderson still in right. That's my final educated guess. I'm saying that's Joe Derrick behind the plate. I don't know their faces. I think that Jack Robinson has moved to left field. Carson Reed is out of the game. And I think it's Javon Andrews in center field. 2 balls, no strikes. That's a ground ball. Slowly hit the second, and that's going to be some interference right there by Cam Suggs. You can't run into a fielder who's making a play. So Suggs is out. Chandler will reach on a fielder's choice. Will, an official score, is that how you'd ruled that? Fielder's choice? So Suggs is going to be out 4 unassisted for out number 2. Since it was Cope, the second baseman, that was interfered with. Rylan Moses hit a 3-run homer out of here in the 6th inning, steps in. He takes a healthy hack, fouls it back. Rhythm have had how many home runs, or 2 home run games have we had this year? If you were taking notes, I've already told you people this once. Okay. It's not going to happen here. That's going to be a base hit into right field, though. Rounding second, heading to third. The throw is cut off. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Rylan Moses with his second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 4. He now has 37 hits, tying him. I believe that is tying him with Gabe Jenkins. No, Gabe Jenkins comes in with 38, and he's not playing today, or at least hasn't now, as Kent Wallace will come out and have a confab. He's no confab. He is just yanking. Dilworth is out of this ball game. We're going to have a pitching change. Imagine that for the Paducah Chiefs. Only the 7th one. I'm running out of lines on my score sheet. Good thing I'm not the official scorer. We'll take a quick break. I'll commiserate. That means talk with, visit with the commissioner, see if there's anything new for the Ohio Valley League. Let's get some TV time in.
If you didn't know, the Full Count Rhythm is part of the organization called Full Count Ministries. Full Count's mission is to give every baseball player the opportunity to hear the gospel, respond to the gospel, and grow in the relationship with Jesus. With Full Count, you could lead by discipling the next generation by using our resources, or you could go on international mission trips. For more of what we do, check out our website at fullcountministries.com or our pages on Instagram and Facebook.
Safeware is there when response is critical, assisting in the classroom as you shape the future of America, helping you build roadways and infrastructure for tomorrow. With protective solutions, innovative technology, and leading technical services, Safeware works tirelessly to provide our nation's workforce with confidence in their safety. Before, during, and after, Safeware is there.
A new pitcher for the Paducah Chiefs. Carter McKinney, right-hander from Beaton, Kentucky. Says he attends or has attended or will attend or knows how to spell John A. Logan. The Vols, 6'7", 210-pound right-hander, redshirt sophomore. We go from number 39 to number 38. Have to see how much time on the bump Carter McKinney has had. I think he was a late add for the Chiefs this summer. McKinney, 2 appearances, 3 innings. Faced 14 batters and 5 have collected hits off of him, but only 1 has crossed the plate. Struck out 2. Has not walked a batter, but he has plunked 1. Don't know if it was an issue or not, but top of the 7th, Rhythm have scored 2 in the inning. They have runners at the corners. And Ryder Blanchard at the plate, he's 1 for 4. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Runner goes. That's lined into left field. That's down for a base hit. Staying at second base is Rylan Moses. He was going on the pitch, but Blanchard delivers the first pitch he sees from McKinney in the left field. It's an RBI single, and the Rhythm lead 10-2. And right now, Full Count is thinking about getting an early start, heading back to Hendersonville and letting the Paducah Chiefs fire off their fireworks early. That run charged to Dilworth. Barrett Brown at the plate, batting left-handed. Fouls that one off and out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Told you I'd get you I'll do it in the bottom of the 7th inning. The rest of the All-Ohio Valley League selections. Barrett Brown's got a couple of hits and 4 at-bats. Looks at a ball down low. Your body. Security showing up. Security. And out there at second base, his dad's security guard. Former Metro Nashville police officer. He's had other jobs after that, and now he gets to tour around with the Diamond Rio folks and make sure, the ladies don't storm the stage. Fun job. Barrett Brown had a hustle double last time he came to the plate and grounds this one off of his front foot. And when he's batting left-handed, it's his right foot. Nick Krupp makes a play down there as the first base coach. Attaboy, Krupper. Bullpen camera catching Jack Cowan getting ready to come in the 7th inning for sure. James Purnell, our home plate umpire, giving Barrett Brown time to walk that foul ball off. Barrett, an incoming freshman to Bellarmine, son of Brian and Ashley Brown. Little brother to Zane Brown. They got Grandy and Nan. They hang out in Madisonville, but they don't root for the Miners. Papa and Mimi, they're in Hendersonville. 1-2 is delivered and swung on a missed. Brown is down on strikes. First time he struck out in a little while, and that will end the inning. McKinney comes in, gives up an RBI single, but then gets Brown to strike out. The Rhythm, after sending 9 to the plate in the 6th, send 8 more and score 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors in the inning, and 2 runners left on base. It is stretch time here in Paducah. I'm going to keep it right here, turn that crowd mic down, and I'm going to deliver to you the rest of the Ohio Valley League, the All Ohio Valley League. Not an all-star team, whatever. It's just is nominated by the head coaches. Dom Davis is the catcher. He's from Henderson. We like to call him Dominic Davis. Brett Haas from right here in Paducah is one of the 4 infielders, along with Peyton Tatum from Henderson. Why am I vapor locking on Kuhn's name for his first name? From Fulton. He goes to Erskine and formerly went to Holmes. Starts with a T. Who can get it to me? I'm looking it up. Don't worry about it. I got it. Peyton Tatum is one from Henderson. Thomas Kuhn. Thomas is the name. I was thinking Trent. It's Thomas. He's had an excellent year. Zach Hampton with the Hoptown Hoppers is the 4th infielder, and 4 outfielders. As I told you before, a couple of full count rhythm players, Gabe Jenkins and Rylan Moses, to go along with Trent Prosperi from the Madisonville Miners, and the probable offensive player of the year, Gunnar Waldrop, who, if you talk to Aiden DeFrance, he says he's a catcher. I said he's never caught against the full count rhythm, and the only time I knew that he was a catcher was when I looked up and saw his bio on the University of Alabama, Huntsville. It says he's a catcher. Said I didn't even know he played there. Anyway, he's listed as an outfielder. The utility player is also from Henderson, Braden Minio, fine first baseman. He's also played outfield for the Flash. The 4 pitchers are Hudson Hamilton and Gage Montez from Hoptown, Kaysen Mitchell from right here in Paducah, and your full count rhythm, Trenton Miller from Volunteer State Community College. Kaysen Mitchell is who I'm guessing will become the pitcher of the year. And I can't remember. Cub Stokes has won award. Is that the pitcher? Okay, so the offensive MVP, Cub Stokes Award, who last year was John Paul Head from Full Count Rhythm. And I think it's going to be Gunnar Waldrop this year, very deserving. And the Gordon Guess is the pitching award, and I think that'll go to Kaysen Mitchell. Last year's Gordon Guess, do you remember who it was? Hayden Alexander. Then that's who it is. From right here, Paducah, Hayden Alexander. Because my vote would have been Ryan Sweeney, but I didn't get a vote. All right, that's your All OVL League. As Barbara Ardito, wife of Stephen Ardito, our anchor transportation bus driver, is checked in. Trevor's also checked in, says, let's go. And we have a call to the bullpen. Maybe we ought to say it after a catch is made. Rylan Moses digs it out of the grass. A spike high catch. Looking at Charlie Bozeman, the left fielder coming over into left center field. And I see him look up and turn around and look back. And it's Rylan Moses that makes the catch. Put a star by that one. Jack Cowan, freshly in the game, says, attaboy, as Jackson Supsky goes down for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 7th. I think this is Jack Robinson at the plate. He looks at a first pitch strike. He's one of only a couple of players that's stayed in the game from the starting lineup. Aiden DeFrance told me that he was a former Miner. What? I thought he was an incoming freshman, but he's like a rising, redshirt junior at Mount St. Joseph. Do you know where Mount St. Joseph is, Will? It's in. It is in Ohio. It is in just outside of Cincinnati, my hometown. Mount St. Joe's, what we called it. Swing and a miss. And he is from Canby, Indiana. He went to Vincennes University, one of the unusual sports schools around. They play JUCO sports, but they're a 4-year institution. Is that what it was? Will Cox was the was his host home. Was it last year or the year 2 years ago when we weren't in the league? That's why I don't remember him, as he fouls that pitch off of his lower extremity, and so the player evaluation came back and said everything was great. I love the field. The hamburgers and hot dogs after the game were number one, but I couldn't stand my host home. I've had a few of those probably. We hosted 2 years. Our first year we had 2 players, and one is married and not in college and playing baseball. Just finally was able to reconnect with him. He changed his telephone number. I had to connect with him on Facebook Messenger, and he also has changed his name. He was known as Pedro. His real name was Nathaniel or Nate or Nathan. He's like as Robinson goes down swinging, of course, in fire and security. Strikeout. Nate Bargatze, the all-world comedian, I'm sure you know who he is. He has that issue. Nate, Nathaniel, Nathan, tough getting in airports or through airport security. Bottom of the 7th, and I hadn't even told you about the Hendersonville Firefighters Association. Call to the bullpen, Jack Cowan. He's headed to Belmont, my alma mater, as Brett Haas. Is this still Brett Haas? It is not. Johnny Bingham getting an at-bat. Fouls that one back. Brett Haas started at third, came in and pitched. I'm pretty sure, well, they can't make him the DH. I don't know where Bingham's going to play. Whatever, he's pinch hitting in the bottom of the 7th. It's got to be his first at-bat of the year, be my guess. If only there was a way we could find out. If, in fact, Game Changer's correct, oh my gosh, he has entered in one game on the offensive side, but it does not indicate that he has an at-bat. And what that could have been is he now has a 3-ball, 1-strike count, and I'm guessing Jack Cowan doesn't know that Johnny Bingham's not a hitter. Put it on a tee, boy. Put it on a tee. Dare him to hit it. He's 6'3". The strike zone's got to be pretty large. Hitting for Brett Haas. That's in and out of the glove of Jackson Zeller. If he caught it, it might have been called a strike, but it is a walk. And Johnny Bingham's first plate appearance this year is a base on balls. All right, so Jack Cowan, a left-hander out of Bowling Green, Kentucky, the son of John and Amy Cowan. I assume that they're listening in. Better check to see if I've got any emails. Hey, Google, got a critical security alert for my wife's email address. Hey, I got to go off the air. I'm just kidding. Called strike to somebody, probably Trey Dooley. Paducah Chiefs playing fast and loose with the lineup in the final game of the regular season. Neither team can be enhanced or harmed by a win or a loss in this game. Third place full count Rhythm against the 4th place Paducah Chiefs. Trey Dooley's 0 for 1. He's walked twice. Jack Cowan has a twin sister, the left-hander on the mound. Kate. There's a breaking pitch that sniffs at the outside corner. Jack is 2 minutes older than Kate, not that he remembers. Granny Dot's in Bowling Green. Bob and Granny Jackie also hang out in Bowling Green. That's Kentucky, because Bowling Green State University is in Akron. That's fisted to the second baseman, and the play is made there by Barrett Brown as he throws sidearm to Edward McLeod for the final out. That is the first play that Barrett Brown's got to make over there at second base, to my recollection, which may or may not be correct. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left aboard. We're through 7. And it is 7 carry the 1, 9-2. Why do I have 10 on there? It is 10. I missed a run. 3 runs in that top of the 7th. Good thing my score bug's ready and right. I better take a break. Let's get some ice cream.
This is Sloan Snacker. You're listening to Full Count Rhythm Baseball with my grandpa.
Little Sloaney went back to see her mom and brother and sister. That was Sloan Snapka doing that bumper right there. As guess what? You'll never guess. Sloan always says, she says, guess what? You have to say what. If you say anything other than that, she absolutely just freezes. She doesn't know what to do. She's 4.5. But I never said what, and she didn't like it. But guess what, people? We have a pitching change. The Paducah Chiefs going to throw out the last pitcher. Better be the last pitcher. Full Count's going to have to score 2 in the inning and win this one in 8, because I don't have any more lines on my score sheet. Jet Long, who's an actual pitcher and has pitched meaningful innings this year for the Chiefs, comes into this here ball game. But I'm not going to worry about his statistical accomplishments. 13-3, Hoptown over Madisonville. That may be over. 15-6, Fulton has come back to get under the 10-run mercy rule.
13-3, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Madisonville, Hoptown.
Top of the 7th, so they've got 1 out to play with. First pitch swinging, Edward McLeod hits one out of here, but it's foul. It looks like the Paducah Chiefs will be hosting the Madisonville Miners right here on Monday, who will finish in 5th place with a Fulton loss. That's drilled down the left field line. If it's fair, it's trouble. It is foul. Edward can't buy a hit unless he gets hit. He's 0 for 3, and he's been plunked once.
We were really going to see fireworks if Fulton won.
And if both the 5 and 6 place teams, 1/1000th of a point would have given Hoptown first place. So is that not in the rules that that's what you go to by percentage?
It's going to be 684.
Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Jet Long retires the first batter he faces. Yes, tell them, folks, if you're just joining us, if Hoptown and Henderson had lost. Or no, Hoptown had to win. Henderson had to lose. If that would have happened, Hoptown would have finished in first place, and Henderson's been in first place for what, 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe, or they've been there pretty much the whole season. As Charlie Bozeman's already been hit once, he has to duck out of the way of that one. Leads the club in hit by pitches. He now has 9. And honestly, I don't have the stat on how many rhythm players have been double digits in hit by pitches. I don't have that one readily available. Charlie takes a swing at an high fastball. Comes up empty. Hit it high and let it fly. Tony Brown in Madisonville's listening in. Barrett Brown's paternal grandfather. He's a former broadcaster. Ground ball up the middle. Charlie, he got his first hit of the ball game right there. The second-year rhythm player from Sanford. He's a bulldog. Charlie Bozeman, 5 home runs last year for Full Count. I think he's just got 4 this year. I still count them if they're in the playoffs. That was breaking pitch out of the hand of Jet Long, not the way he wanted it. Charlie Bozeman, 5'10", 190. He's down at first base. Michael and Emily Bozeman, his parents. Andrew's his brother. Papa and Grandmommy in Knoxville. As Dickinson has to whirl away from that inside fastball. Pop and Dee Dee are in Memphis. Probably go ahead and do our Chick-fil-A Rivergate player of the game. It's a chopper to short. Supsky has to wait back, and that was a bad call on his part. I assume that's still Supsky at short. That's going to be an infield single. Number 5 is Mr. Supsky. He thought about charging, and then he didn't. That's back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. We had a bunch of those. We had 5 hits in a row in the 6th inning. Solid base hit up the middle by Bozeman, and a chopper to shortstop by Dickinson brings up Jackson Zeller. He could tie some rhythm history here. Well, actually, that's not true. He's got 3 hits. We've had several rhythm players over the years with 4 hits in a game. We've only had one with 5. I've told you who it was earlier in the year. He Uptown 13-3 winner. Final game in a commissioner's backyard. That game played at Hoptown, but Madisonville Miners are his team. Inside fastball moves Zeller back. Didn't get to this on the 5th inning full count rhythm history, but only one 5-hit game. That was back on June 2nd of 2023 against Bowling Green. What were they? The Pistons. That is ball 4. Jackson Zeller with a hard 90 down to first base. Henry the Eagle Jackson style.
Walking off 16-6.
I did. Okay. Bottom of the 7th. That went 7 innings.
That is correct.
Okay. Final in Henderson, as they are the regular season champs. For the first time since Full Count Rhythm has been in the Ohio Valley League while Full Count was in the league. Lined into right field off the bat of Cam Suggs. That's down. It's going to score 1. Here comes the 10th or 12th run. Sliding in a 2-run single by Cam Suggs. And we might have 3 10-run Mercy Rule games here tonight. Full Count leads 12-2, and it's back-to-back-to-back hits. Full Count's won the league every year that they've been in the league. Henderson won it 2 years ago. No, they didn't win it that year, did they? They won the championship in 24, but I don't think they won the league, the regular season. Miners won that year? Okay. I thought something was different. Cam Suggs. Joel Chandler is at the plate, talking with the commissioner of the league, Will Cox. I'm messing up my score sheet, and my whiteout's not working. I got Jackson Zeller getting his 4th hit, but he didn't. He walked. That's a line foul out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. Chandler is 2 for 4. 3 hits in the inning, has produced 2 runs. And there's runners at first and second with 1 out. 1-1 pitch. Jet Long gets Chandler to swing and miss. I want to say Jet Long was the loser in the 10-7 victory. And Full Count defeated the Chiefs back on July 14th, just 4 days ago. My daughter's Cassidy Rose's birthday, her 32nd. That was a back and forth game that was tied 7-7. Full Count ended up scoring 3 in the bottom of the 8th, then held on to win. Another souvenir for some lucky fan here in McCracken County. And the scoreboard says it's a Full Count Ministries full count, so I will agree with that on my scorebug. Rylan Moses waiting on deck. Long delivers, and that's flare down the right field line. Blanchard thought he got him another one, but that lands in foul territory. Trey Dooley doing his best defensive back impression. And is back to the plate. Tried to haul that one in. Full count, first pitch, foul ball. Trevor and Sarah watching the ball game tonight in Hendersonville. 16 hits for the Rhythm. That is ball 4, and that will load the bags. And let's see, will that draw a visit from the dugout? It will draw a visit from our catcher, believed to be Joe Derrick. Uh-oh, is this setting up Rylan Moses? I was going to get you the multi-home run players from this year. 5 players this year, 5 times it's happened that a Rhythm player has hit 2 home runs in a game. Kaysen Hill, who's not playing today, has done it twice. Charlie Bozeman was the first to do it at Henderson back on June 5th. Jackson Zeller with the feat that has occurred only twice in Rhythm history. He collected 6 RBIs on a 2-for-3 performance at Fulton back on June 15th, a 2-run homer and a grand slam. Kaysen Hill at Fulton, 3 for 4, 2 home runs. As Rylan Moses swings and fouls the first pitch he sees from Jet Long off. Joel Chandler did it that same game. The Rhythms hit 5 home runs in that game, and that's only happened one other time in Rhythm history. And Kaysen Hill, just a couple days ago at Madisonville, hit 2 out of the ballpark. So Kaysen Hill, John Paul Head, the only 2 players to do it twice. And the Rhythm have done it 5 times this year, and that's the most they've ever done it. They've done it 12 times. I hope you're writing this stuff down. This is gold right here. It's on YouTube forever. But you just got to know which game to go and look at. Rylan Moses, 2-ball, 1-strike count. Bases are jammed. And he hits one high and deep to right field, but it is going to get out of play. It will just get out of play. That's about 328 feet down the right field line, though. And the count goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. My bullpen catcher finally showed up. Is that what happened? Here, Will, you don't have to leave. He's fine right here. He doesn't have to sit. I just got to turn him on. Ryan Sweeney has arrived. Now, don't be knocking my stuff down. 2-2's chopped to second. This will get a run in. And they're almost through back at third. Cam Suggs nearly got off of the bag a little bit too far. But that is going to be a fielder's choice. And I can't see my score or my laptop here. There we go. Too many runs. Hang on. I haven't turned you on yet. I did. It is 13-2. Will, you gone? All right. Good seeing you. 2 outs. That's a liner to second base off the pitcher's glove. I'll get that out on there, and now there's 2 outs. Now Ryan Sweeney is with me. Ryan, can you hear me?
I can hear you good.
Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you. And the people can hear you.
Hello, people.
You can talk to the people. Ryan Sweeney, the Ohio Valley League leader in strikeouts, has joined me. I told the people I didn't think you'd be able to do it, as you had bullpen duties.
I did. I had a big commitment down there.
And is that commitment over?
For now, I hope so.
Jack Cowan's going to finish this inning off right here?
I hope so. I wasn't supposed to, but when you got your second baseman or your catcher at second base and then your other catcher behind the dish, it's kind of hard.
That's right. And Roland's down there in the dugout, but he's of no use in the bullpen, right? He can't stay away from the creepy crawlies.
Well, I believe Roland went home yesterday.
Oh, I thought I saw him down there. I thought I saw him here.
No, he shook.
Did he already leave?
He shook my hand yesterday and shook Norman's hand. He said he was. I don't know if he was going to the hospital or if he was going home, but he's not here today. So
Barbara played a yard card right there, and I didn't see it. Barbara will act like it didn't happen, but full count's hoping they don't have to come to the plate in the 9th inning. So they lead 13-2. Here, Ryan Sweeney has joined me. The 8th inning produced 2 more runs. That's not right. They produced 3 runs. I just didn't color in Jackson Zeller. Or did we get 4? No, we scored 3. There we go. It's right there. Joel Chandler was forced out. The commissioner was up here. That was the commissioner, Will Cox of the league.
Oh, was he?
He was here with his wife.
Oh, okay.
Jack Cowan out for his 2nd inning. Not a save opportunity. Came in with the score at 10-2. And the Rhythm have a chance to get out of here with their first victory in Paducah. It's been tough sledding against the Chiefs this year, Ryan.
It has. Well, with the rain and just not winning ball games, I guess.
Well, we hadn't won a game here yet this year. Been clubbing the ball pretty good off of these position player arms, though.
Oh, yeah. We had a position player getting hot down there, Gabe Jenkins.
Was Gabe Jenkins actually warming up? Why?
He was. He was throwing.
Just playing?
Yeah, we're talking some strategy for next week, possibly.
Barbara Ardito.
Hey, Barbara.
Says hello.
Yard card. I had a yard card on Ryland.
When he hit it?
Uh-huh.
Well, how come we didn't hear anything about
I
it?
did.
Okay, well,
I wish I was
I'm
up
sure
there.
you have witnesses.
I do.
Okay. Bottom of the 8th we go. Javon Andrews, who came in for Austin Wilson, the catcher, is getting his 2nd at-bat. I don't think Full Count has made any defensive changes. Cowan faced 4 in his 1st inning, gets a called strike there. Ryan Sweeney, 3rd-year Rhythm player.
Yes, sir.
And you will be heading back to Tribeca for your final year of college baseball.
Yes, sir.
You went to a pro workout in Myrtle Beach. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
For who?
The Chicago Cubs.
Okay. It wasn't multi-teams. It was an invitation by the Cubs
Yes, sir.
for you to go down there. And there were how many other players down there? Would you say a dozen?
Just about a dozen or so pitchers, and
Okay.
I don't know how many hitters.
Popped up. That gets out of play into the parking lot. AAA autoglass foul ball. Oh, somebody named Julie0518 says, "Tell my sweet boy, Mama said hi."
Hi, Mother. I love you.
Oh man, we got to get our
Verse of the day.
verse. We got to get after it
Verse of
here
the
right
game.
now. Right after Javon Andrews bats.
We're
We'll
hoping
get that
this is gonna be the last inning and get it over with.
Angela Pomnitz. I've seen that name. I can't remember now who you go with. Close pitch. Jackson Zeller was poised to throw that one down to third base. Get ready. Psalm 100. At one point in time in my life, I had this psalm memorized. It's been a minute, though. Full count pitch is ball 4, and a walk to lead off the 8th. Not what we're looking for. Second walk of the game by Cowan, as Jack is out for his 8th appearance of the year. It's his 5th in relief. Joe Derrick, who I believe is the new catcher and was hit by a pitch first time he came to the plate, steps in. Psalm 100, verse 1 says, "Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth." That's verse 1. That's pretty easy. Swing and a miss. That was easy. It's just like Staples. Glamall. There we go. Cam Suggs. Glamall in Clarksville. You were here at the game the last time we were here. I didn't remember that was your last name. Angela. Tried to step on a fastball and nearly got it off the belt of Derek. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Verse 2 is worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. It's a great psalm, isn't it? This is outside. Verse 3, know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. See, now the verses are getting a little bit longer. They're still very good praise words called strike. Verse 4, enter his gates with thanksgiving. This is one that's well known. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. That's Psalm 100, verse 4. And we have the last one. And a called strike 3 and a course and fire and security strikeout for Cowan, his second of the game. As we finish up, Psalm 100, verse 5 says, for the Lord is good, and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. That's the full count ministry verses of the game, Psalm 100. 1 through 5, that's all there is. Just 5 verses. There is a shorter psalm, I believe. Julie, is it Psalm 1? I think your mom reads Psalms pretty regular. Nope, it's 6. It's one longer.
For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous.
That's it. That's the 6th verse of Psalm 1. Our pastor wrote 3 books on the Psalm 1, 1 through 3. I believe that's right. At Long Hollow. 2-0 pitch with 1 on and 1 out. Misses low and inside. The Rhythm have one Country Financial Zach Williams insurance run to play with. They can give up 1 run if they can get 3 outs, and we can finish this game in 8. If they give up 2, we're going to go to the 9th. And nobody wants to do that. 3-0 pitch is on the outside corner. He went with the breaking pitch. All right, so we're visiting with Ryan Sweeney, the son, not the only son of Ed and Julie Sweeney. You got a brother who lives in Cornersville,
I do.
right? Married to Madison, and are they? That's popped up. Barrett Brown reaches, but can't haul that one in. Maddox Cope gets the base hit. Runners down first and second. So when is this? When are you going to become an uncle?
Oh, on the spot. I'm gonna go with September.
Oh, okay. So
off the top.
So
of my head.
it's not imminent.
I want to
We
go with
hope.
September.
We hope not. Okay.
It's coming up here. Coming up here soon.
Landon Gilbert, switch hitting infielder, is batting right-handed for the first time tonight. He's 1 for 3. So, do they know what they're having?
They're having a girl. Her name will be Oakley Gray.
Oakley. Okay.
Gray Sweeney.
Check, swing, call to strike. Game could end on a walk-off, not a walk-off, but a double play. So we better get our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. That's got to be Peyton Vaught, doesn't it? Your teammate at Tribeca?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean,
I don't know. We've had some good offensive.
Yeah, we have. But
standouts
Vaught goes
today,
6 innings. He's
of 0 earned, correct?
1 of 1 earned.
1 earned.
That's what I got. But he's now 1 of 6 pitchers. That one's line foul. That have gone 6 or more innings. And he goes 6 innings, allows only 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked. What did he walk? He walked 4, I think.
I believe so.
But he had retired 10 straight before hitting Joe Derrick. Cowan delivers, just misses. Almost an umpire balk right there. 6 innings, 3 hits. I think he walked 4. Struck out 6. Kind of spitballing here. Let's see. Why can I not find? Oh, there we go. See if the official score for Game Changer agrees with my stats. On a full count, Ministries full count, Gilbert fouls one out of play. AAA autoglass foul ball. He's saying no earned runs.
No
I think that's right. I think that first one is earned. There were bases loaded. The fielder's choice, if the play had been made at second base, would have scored a run. That would have been earned. So that's why
Correct.
you'd have to go back and change that because Game Changer figures it. And ball 4 and the bases are loaded.
I'm sure Peyton won't mind that that 1 run being unearned.
Yeah, on my score sheet it's unearned, or it's earned, but on theirs it's unearned.
Gabe Jenkins to the pin.
Who's warming him up?
Jackson Goddard.
Jackson Goddard. While you're up here enjoying the breeze.
Absolutely.
It's pretty nice in here.
It is.
They got brand new AC.
It is right on my back. I felt it last time we came up here when we was looking for a cord for you.
Yeah, that was a couple times ago because the last time that I was here, it was not.
The double header day. We got one.
Yeah, it was not working. Rhythm. I'm going to call a game ending do that double play right here off the bat of Matthew Henderson. He's 0 for 3, fly out, ground out, and a strikeout. Jack Cowan with the bases loaded with Chiefs. Going to have to pitch out of it. Delivers a strike in there.
What kind of double play do you have, Mr. Tim? I got a 4-6-3 here.
I'm going to go 6-4-3. Okay. But honestly, it'd be better for us if it was a 4-6-3 because Barrett Brown does not have a whole lot of time at second base. So the turn might be sketchy. Or it could be a 1-6-3. I'm going to change my mind to a 1-6-3. Right back to Cowan. Just don't throw it in the center field, Jack.
Hate when that happens.
Yeah. You resemble that remark?
I don't know if I've thrown one into center. I've got a kick for throwing it into the bullpen, picking over at first. I've got a kick to do that. I throw it pretty hard over there. If I don't hit him in the chest, there's not many opportunity to that much opportunity to catch that ball.
Pitchers have 5 errors this year, and I bet you all of them are on pickoffs.
I bet you I own at least 2 of them.
You don't. Try to pick at that outside corner. Cannot get the call. Sweeney. Actually, you have 1.
And it was it at Henderson?
I don't have any idea where it was.
It was at Henderson. I threw it off. I went over the fence, actually.
Called strike. Henderson started to go and then thought he had a walk. A bases loaded walk would have given him an RBI. But we're going to have a full count. Ministries full count. Jack Cowan throw him a pitch to hit right here. It might go to Edward McLeod. Throw a fastball. A get me over fastball. That's what we're looking for. 1 out. Runner should not be going, and he spikes a fastball, and it is 13-3. First run scored by the Paducah Chiefs since the first. 4th walk. Gabe Jenkins throwing balls all over the bullpen down there. What's going on? Jim Dalpett now.
Dalpett.
We ain't playing around now.
I don't know how much catching experience Goddard had. Oh.
And Dalpett's going to have to get ready quick. Jimmy Gamboa is going to go out and have a confab at the mound. But
Nick Crop stepping in the bullpen. I don't know if you need to.
Okay, Jackson Goddard's out of there. Krupp just does it all, doesn't he?
He does. He is he's the jack of all
trades.
trades.
Tell me about Nick Krupp at Rebecca. What's his title?
Nick Krupp is a lot of guys would label him as our bullpen catcher. He's also our clubby. He also helps out with the hitters along with catching bullpens. He is the jack of all trades, some would say.
Okay. He's the assistant general manager here, first base coach, and batting practice pitcher.
Absolutely.
Gets all the waters ready, and I'm sure there's 8 million other things that he does. And I'm telling you, he just has a great attitude.
He does.
Every time I've ever talked to him.
He does.
Always helpful. And Jimmy Gamboa with a long visit to try to get Dalpett. But it may be too little too late right here, because the potential run that would cause us to go to the 9th inning is standing at third base with only 1 out. And the top of the order, Jackson Supsky, is at the plate. He's 0 for 3.
Jonah's giving him the thumbs up. I think Jim's ready to go.
Jim probably doesn't take much.
Mm-mm.
And if Cowan struggles with Supsky here, he might go ahead and go mid-batter as he gets the first one in there for a called strike. Trying to get the 3rd victory in 7 attempts. Popped up. This is playable, I believe. I believe Zeller. He pulled the dancing bear act right there. I'm telling you, that's one of those, when it hits back like that, it always reverses back toward the field of play. And it looked like it was going to go into the stands. He got to the wall just like he's supposed to. But just couldn't keep his footing. And it lands behind him. But it is an 0-2 count.
Big pitch here.
A strikeout would be okay as well. But I still have my game-ending double play. We need to do that double play. That's not going to happen.
Oh, right.
That's going to be burning. Left fielder Charlie Bozeman is playing very shallow. That's going to score 2, and we're going to go to the 9th. Bozeman, I'm not sure who told him to come in, but he got absolutely toasted there. And a 2-run double gets the Chiefs 2 more runs, and that will end the outing for Jack Cowan. We are visiting with Ryan Sweeney, a 3rd-year rhythm player. We determined earlier on the bus ride here, we were talking stats, and you have, in your 3 years, what did we determine your strikeouts per 9 was 13, right? 13 and
13.7?
Somewhere around there, yeah, 13.7. which is all you need to know is it's more than Jonas Smithson. Jonas Smithson's is 12.
That's all that.
I think that's all that matters,
that's all
right?
that counts.
That's all
That's
that
all
counts.
that
As a teammate at Trevecca and become one of your best friends, right?
Absolutely.
And then Logan Harrell, and just in case he's out there listening, I also looked his up, and it was at 11 and change. So Jonah was pretty happy that he at least also beat Logan Harrell. All three of them last couple of years teammates at Trevecca. But this year, nobody in the Ohio Valley League, unless Mason Bratcher pitched in that game for Henderson, but he may not even.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's done because he was one of the main bullpen arms for Lee this year, I believe.
Okay.
So I want to say I believe he hadn't thrown in a while.
Yeah, he hadn't thrown in July, so they still show him on the active roster. But I'm assuming that he did not pitch in that game. That was a 7-inning contest, 16-6. They defeated Fulton Railroaders, who will be our opponent, the Full Count Rhythms opponent, next Monday, weather permitting. And our Hendersonville Firefighter Association call to the bullpen, Jim Douthit, who leads the club in outings. This is his 15th of the year. And Douthit will face Jack Robinson, the 6-foot, 190-pound redshirt sophomore left-hander out of Virginia Military Institute. Is Douthit, economics and business major, son of Fielding and Gail Douthit. Drops down sidearm, delivers a pitch down low. Runners at second and third. 3 runs in the inning for the Chiefs. Rhythm had an opportunity to run rule the Chiefs, but couldn't hold them to just 1 run here in the 8th, as that pitch is called a strike. Jim's got a sister, Caroline. He's got a grandpa, Bill, in Richmond, and also a Mimi in Richmond. Gets a swing and a miss. Staying in the host home of Matt and Ashley Blazer. Douthit, 15 in the third innings, giving up 15 hits, 13 runs. 8 of those are earned. He's walked 15, struck out 25. Make it 20.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry.
The perfect timing for you. Nope. Make it 26, and of course, in fire and security strikeout. That is the hat trick for Jack Robinson tonight. Struck out his last 3 times that he's come to the plate.
A little bit of movement in the bullpen. That's Jerry, as we call him, Terry.
Jerry McDowell.
A little bit of band work in the pen right now.
Yeah, he's probably looking to pitch the 9th, I would guess. Is not Johnny Bingham this time. Who is this batting for the Chiefs? Oh, Jet Long getting an at-bat, takes a healthy hack. He's a pitcher. Johnny Bingham, a pitcher. He drew a walk in the 7th, and that is a swinging strikeout. Make it 27 as Douthit comes in and puts out the fire to strand 2. But we got to go to the 9th as they send 8 runners to the plate. 3 runs in the inning on just 2 hits. There were 1, 2, 3 walks in the inning, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 13-5. We'll keep it here. We're visiting with Ryan Sweeney. This will be his probably last half inning. He'll have to go down between the top and bottom of the 9th to collect his stuff down in the dugout. You don't have a roadie down there, do you? You don't have a clubby that picks that stuff up for you?
I do not. I got to get down there for a hopeful winning handshake line with the coaches this time, not the players.
And we got a new pitcher for the Chiefs. Might as well. Jack Robinson, who just struck out, is going to get on the mound. Let's just go ahead. You know what the most runs ever scored by full count in a game is? Take a guess.
I've got to
Wrong.
recall
Wrong.
have 18,
Take a guess.
18 in my head.
What? What number do you wear in your jersey?
I'll wear the big 1-8.
There you go. That's not right.
It is not.
That's a good guess, though.
Is it more or less?
It's more.
Is it 22?
It's not.
21?
21 is the most that we've ever given up.
And that was 2024 summer
Yeah, it was.
against the Chillicothe Paints in Chillicothe,
in
Ohio.
Chillicothe.
I remember that one vividly.
Yeah, that was not fun.
It was not.
That was a football score, 21-7, and that ended in 7 innings. Oh, is Jimmy Gamboa going to go down? Has he been coaching third?
He has.
The whole game I just missed him. He coaches at Fulton third base, and he coaches here. Why is that? What's the deal?
You know, I love ratting out my buddies. So Jonas Smithson, Coach Smithson, does not enjoy the jog across the field. So he gives it to Jimmy to coach third base on the road. So at Fulton.
So Henderson, we're in the third base dugout.
Absolutely.
So my gosh.
And at home, he takes it.
Oh, my gosh.
And at Madisonville, he takes it everywhere else.
We're at
he gives it to Coach Gamboa.
That right there is, I would have never guessed that. Never.
That's how we.
That is
that's
funny.
How we do it now.
That's some good intel right there.
Tried to get me to go over there against Fulton the other day, and I said no.
That is nuts. All right, I got to do. What do I got to do? I got to do something here. Oh, I know what I was going to do. It's not a necessity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pitchers. This is a record against the full count rhythm. That is, look at Barrett Brown go big right here with a single to start the top of the ninth. That's his third hit of the game. Put him in that 3-hole. Let him rake. 3 for 6, came in hitting 273. That's probably going up 20, 25 points. And he's been batting right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Edward McLeod looking for his first hit of the ball game. Come on, Ed. And there it is. Back-to-back hits brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage. Edward McLeod jumps on the first pitch he sees, and 2 pitches, 2 hits. What about that? Ryan says, hey, I got to go. I might get a bat. Julie Sweeney get the call yard card here.
I'm waiting. It's not going to happen.
Not this year. No,
it's not going to happen.
It happened in last year, right?
It did.
Was it last year up at Fulton?
It did. I drew a 5-pitch walk.
Who else got the bat? There's 3 of you that got the bat.
Chase Fernandez got it at bat.
Okay. Charlie Bozeman is at the plate right now.
I got it at bat. I'm not sure who else.
It might have been Harold, but I mean he got some at bats. Anyways, Bozeman sees one fly by his bill of his helmet.
I've heard Peyton Vault got in at bat. I don't recall that, but someone said the other day that they thought he had hit it at Fulton.
Well, I don't think we've ever had a pitcher who's gotten a hit.
No, not
other than Logan. There's a line drive. It's into center field for a base knock. Jimmy Gamboa holding up Barrett Brown, and 3 straight hits, back-to-back hits for the second time today. Brought to you by Twin Oaks Storage, located in the White House. Google them. Eddie Smith will appreciate that. Jack Smith's dad. Is Jack still with us?
He is not.
Jax, you didn't even say goodbye. What happened? He went on vacation and just never came back?
He did. I believe he had a family vacation,
and that was it. Tate Dickinson at the plate with the bases loaded.
That's all she wrote for him.
Well, I hate that. Well, now I can't root for him anymore because he's going to be a Southwest Tennessee Saluki again.
Well, those JUCO guys, they start really early.
No, they don't. Ball State doesn't. None of the schools in Tennessee start early. 3rd week of August. Oh, breaking pitch. That's a pitch to hit right there, Tate.
Down in the count 1-2. Late August is when they start?
Yeah, I mean, the report date's probably not till the I don't know when it is. I haven't heard from Jim McGuire yet. It's AAA Autoglass foul ball. It might be report the 10th, 11th, 12th, something like that of August. Maybe a little bit later. They don't start school till like the 20th.
I know Jerry's pretty early. I think he said he's got to be out there July 29th.
Yeah, Marion Military Institute down in Alabama. Dixon is 2 for 3. He singled, walked, and singled his last 3 times up. And nearly took strike 3 there. That I wouldn't take that one again. I got a full count. There we go. James Purnell, the home plate umpire, says it's a full count. And the pitch is swung on a miss. Dickinson down on strikes for out number 1 here in the 9th. The Jack Robinson breaking pitch takes out. Jackson Zeller trying to get 4 hits in a game. Takes a breaking pitch for a called strike. That's not a pitch to hit right there for you, Jackson.
I got a question for you, Mr. Tim. If a big swing happens here from Zeller, does that put him in the contest for player of the game? Do you think that takes
yeah,
away?
absolutely.
Think so?
Yeah, we have to put him in as a co.
Possibly. Big swing here.
He's got 3 hits. He's been on base all 5 times come to the plate, and he's taken another strike there as Jack Robinson's feeling that breaking pitch. Jackson, you're going to have to go opposite way. I'm going to say single in the right center field gap right here on a breaking pitch.
Backside line drive. Right.
Oh, ground ball to short. Gets a hop. Supsky does over to Cope for 1, and Zeller beats out the throw, so he picks up an RBI on the fielder's choice. Trevor pulled yard card. If that was on Jackson Zeller, wah, 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 wah. 14-5. Zeller picks up his second RBI. Barrett Brown comes in to score. Edward McLeod is down at third. Bozeman retired on the fielder's choice. Now Cam Suggs gets another opportunity. Looks at ball 1. Son of Cam and Jessica Suggs. He's got sisters. They don't get much love. I talked about his sisters much. He waves at a breaking pitch. Don't wave, drive it. Maggie and Molly. Swings and misses at a high fastball, and Jack Robinson now getting the feel for that fastball. Suggs a couple of hits in 5 at-bats tonight. Robinson tried to get him to go after the high fastball. Joel Chandler says, give me another chance. I want to bat again. He is on deck. Suggs just got a piece of that one. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think Chandler's going to have to wash that uni. Looking pretty rough.
Working hard.
A little bit warm out there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at the corners. Fouled off the screen. Rhythm scored 2 in the 3rd, 5 in the 6th, 3 each in the 7th and the 8th, 1 here in the 9th. Lead 14-5 in a meaningless game. That's drilled out to right field. Matthew Henderson on the move, and he's not going to get to that one. That's going to land by his feet, and a Little Debbie double by Cam Suggs has driven in another run. Attaboy, Cam. And it's 15-5. A 10-run rule doesn't matter now. Is his 3rd hit and 2nd RBI. Zeller down at third base, and Edward McLeod comes in to have a seat. Joel Chandler does get a chance to hit again and waves at the breaking pitch. 1, 2 hits for Chandler, and everybody in the lineup has a hit. Breaking pitch misses down
take.
low. 10, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 hits in the game. I think that's the biggest output of hits for full count. That may not be right. I think there's one more. 2 balls and a strike. Let me read 16, 17, 21 hits. We got 4 hits in the inning. Come on, get you another one. Swing and a miss by Chandler. Now it makes me have to look up what's the most hits. There is a page in here that says rhythm history. Is that
all-time highs or rhythm history? That was all-time highs right there.
Well, look in there. There's a pretty thick piece of paper in there that says, is that thick one? That's it. Full Count Ministries, full count. Strike 3 on the inside corner. James Purnell is ready to go home. And that will end the top of the 9th as Robinson picks up a couple of strikeouts. 2 runs for the Rhythm, 4 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base, and we are going to the bottom of the 9th. Did I get it? Is 15-5. Well, let me see real quick. The most hits in a game by full count, 22 at Madisonville last year. So we were 1 hit shy. I guess they could score 10 and we could go to a half inning. I don't know what we picked. Awesome. But that's not going to happen as we have a Hendersonville Firefighter Association call to the bullpen. But we'll let Ryan Sweeney go. I assume you have to go, or do you want to?
I can if you want me to leave.
No, I don't want you to leave.
I can hang out for an hour or two.
Okay. Well, I just don't.
I'll be all right.
I don't want you to miss out.
I can high step it down there after.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
A Hendersonville Firefighter Association call to the bullpen. Jerry McDowell, and I believe this is his last outing as he has to take off and go back to school. The rising sophomore at Marion Military Institute. Just recently came to the Rhythm, 6 foot, 190-pound lefty from Fairhope, Alabama, son of Marcus and Jennifer McDowell. So new that I didn't even get a chance to get his grandparents' names. Hello to the McDowell grandparents out there. I don't think he has any siblings. At least if he does, I didn't get that information either. McDowell on for his 4th appearance, 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. And he will look to shut the door on the Paducah Chiefs. He's going to face 4, 5, and 6 in the Chiefs lineup is Jack Cowan, or Jim Douthit gives way. He struck out the only 2 batters that he faced. So all relief pitchers' first name had to start with a J. Jack, Jim, and Jerry following Peyton. Jerry McDowell, no relation to Roger McDowell. Somebody says he has 4. Jerry's got 4 siblings. Oh, okay. Maybe he said he's got a bunch of siblings. I said, look, I don't have time to write them all down right now.
Grandparents.
All right. Well. And grandparents are Big Daddy and Gammy. There we go. All right. We got a research assistant. You're hired. That fastball that missed somewhere. 3 balls and no strikes. L. Pauline, Miller, and Maggie. Some good names right there. And a 4-pitch walk. He doesn't like me talking about his family, apparently. Whoops. That was Trey Dooley. He has batted 5 times, and he's walked 3 of them. Peyton Vaught walked him twice. Let's see how many walks the Rhythm have allowed. Nine walks. That's not good.
It's not what you shoot for.
No, we definitely don't want to get double-digit walks in a game, but going to get the victory, it sure appears. First pitch in to Javon Andrews in there for a called strike. Somebody's outside the stadium across the road waiting on the fireworks. That gets a piece of James Purnell behind the plate, and he said, man, I wish I could have gone the whole game without that happening. Punches his hand with his fist, and Jackson Zeller's going to go walk out there with him.
Big James.
Big Daddy and Gammy. Where do Big Daddy and Gammy live? This is for school. L, M. I'm guessing that's L that's chiming in. That's my educated guess on the on that moniker that's on YouTube. 0-2 count is high to Andrews. Javon struck out in the 6th, walked and scored in the 8th. But whoever Watkins 7269 is waiting for the fireworks. They're going to have them after the game. Swing and a miss, and that Corson. Fire and security strikeout.
I'll tell you who will not be waiting for fireworks.
Yeah.
The Full Count Rhythm.
That Anchor Transportation bus is heading out of here, isn't it?
Correct.
11 strikeouts in the ball game for the Rhythm. 6 by Peyton Vaught, the Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. 2 each by Jack Cowan, Jim Douthit. Nope. I already wrote 2 in for Jerry McDowell, so he's going to have to sit down Joe Derrick here. So he gets the first strike in there. Cowan went 1 1/3 innings. Swing and a miss. He's 2/3 of the way to that strikeout. Cowan gave up 2 hits, 3 runs. They were earned. Walked 4, struck out 2. McDowell's got a little bit of a hitch on his delivery, doesn't he? Mr. Watkins or Miss Watkins from Paducah tuned in a little early. See how long was left in the game. And you guys got me. Great job on the call. Appreciate the kind words. Swing and a miss. Jerry McDowell gets another Corson. Fire and security strikeout. They're down to the last out. Ryan Sweeney, you're fine to stay right here, I can tell. But I wrap it up quickly. Maddox Cope is at the plate. Rhythm will be at home on Monday night to take on the Fulton Railroaders in Game 1 of the first round of the playoffs. It's a 3-game series. As he's pumping strikes now after that 4-pitch walk. Cope has struck out and singled. Peyton Vaught is going to move to 2-0 on the season. Losing pitcher is Brendan Mira. Popped up and out of play. Another souvenir for a lucky fan. From nearby Metropolis, Illinois. Came down for tonight's final regular season game. Do you know where Metropolis, Illinois is?
I do not.
It's pretty close, Ryan. Another souvenir. Just gets over the stands here at Brooks Stadium.
How close is pretty close, Mr. T?
You know, it's probably within 45 minutes.
Within a walking distance.
Jace Mizell, former Paducah Chief and Vol State Pioneer and former teammate of yours at Trevecca for a little bit. Popped up. This should do it. Barrett Brown's going to get a putout as he makes the catch, and this one belongs to the Full Count Rhythm. Their 21st victory. Jackson Zeller celebrating as the Rhythm end the season with a win here at Paducah. Goddard's Nana in Gallatin watching and listening. And Fairhope is where the grandparents are from. Well, we sure appreciate having you here. Good luck to Jerry McDowell, who does finish with those 2 strikeouts. No save in the game as he goes 1 inning, no hits, no runs, and 1 walk, couple of strikeouts. Peyton Vaught, our Chick-fil-A of Rivergate player of the game. And thank you again to Julie Sweeney. I assume she'll continue giving Full Count verses of the game.
I would assume so.
As the Paducah Chiefs are waving to their fans as well. Metropolis 20 minutes from where we are, he says. Well, that'll do it for the regular season. 21-15 the Rhythm finish. The Paducah Chiefs finish 14-18. And the Rhythm, the 3rd seed, will take on the 6th seed Fulton Railroaders. Best of 3 starting Monday. Home in Hendersonville Monday, away in Fulton, and if necessary at Hendersonville on Wednesday night. All this weather permitting. And stay tuned on social media to stay updated, or you can go to the OhioValleyLeague.com and catch all of what's going on. And they're probably going to be a posting of the All Ohio Valley League team. Ryan Sweeney is left off of this team, and he would have been in my top 2 or 3 pitchers for sure. The OVL strikeout leader in the regular season, Ryan Sweeney, 47. Parker Davis, his teammate, not only here at Rhythm, but at Trevecca, 46 on the season. Another outstanding season for Ryan Sweeney, his 3rd year with Full Count. And that'll do it for the regular season. We'll wrap it up and get on the Anchor Transportation bus and pray for Stephen Ardito to give us a safe ride back to Full Count headquarters. And we'll get a couple of days off. Nope, 1 day off.
1 day.
We got tomorrow. Go to church, everybody. God
Amen.
loves you.
Amen.
Long
hollow. Here we come.
Let him know. All right. Fran Jackson, appreciate your comments. Thank you all year long. We still got some more ball to play. This is for Josh Carman, the general manager, head coach, and for my guest host here, Ryan Sweeney. This is Tim Reese saying God bless you. Thank you for watching Full Count Rhythm Baseball on the Full Count Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody.
This has been another Full Count Rhythm Baseball game presented by Full Count Ministries and Chick-fil-A of Rivergate.